Hey guys, we'll get started in a minute. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start. I hope you guys are excited. If I did this right, we can actually stream today. Are we good here?
Yes.
Are we good here?
Yes.
We're good here? Hi, everybody. The camera seems a little high, but of course that's going to happen because, you're streaming with Paul. So we're just going to roll with it. Welcome to our Sunday live stream. This is really exciting, especially for me, because I can finally reveal something I've been working on for 3 years. And forgive me, I sound a little congested because I'm fighting a cold. So I'm going to do my best to make so much food today. We're going to let people trickle in as we start, but we are live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So that's new for me. I don't live stream, so please forgive me for any errors I might make. I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool stuff. I'm really excited for this. I made this announcement not too long ago about cooking with chaos, and I'm gonna fix this camera because it's bothering me. Hi guys, this is why I don't live stream often. Look at.
Do you want me to stand in there and make
No,
sure?
we're good. We're just gonna lower the camera a little bit so it doesn't look like my head is poking the ceiling. Much better. Okay, you guys ready for this? You guys, let's see who's here on a Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sundays with me. This is going to be a fun one. I think you guys are going to have a great time. And we had a pretty great time putting this together. It's been in the works for a long time. Before I show you guys what I've been working on, how many of you guys have seen the sneak peeks that maybe I've been talking about? I would love to know while I continue to address this camera. This is why I make videos. This is why, live streaming is hard. That's fine. I think I made it worse. We're good. I have my coffee for this beautiful Sunday afternoon, morning. And I want to show you guys something. Do you guys see all of this back here? All of these cookbooks? I have stacks of them. Stacks and piles of cookbooks. I've been cooking for about 18 years professionally, and I have accumulated so many cookbooks. All of them have value. I'm even using this cookbook, my favorite, Culinary Artistry, as a mouse pad. Look at how well worn this book is. It's been with me since culinary school, which was in 2000. I graduated culinary school in 2007, and I feel very old. With that in mind, I have cookbooks. I have 2 cookbooks of my own, but it never felt like that's how I wanted to teach people to cook. Like I said, I love cookbooks. I have cookbooks from all of my favorite YouTubers and authors. But I always felt like there was something missing, like a fun element, something that, like I've always said, to keep playing with your food. And so in that regard, this project has been a labor of love. And I'm excited to share this with you guys. So without further ado, it's been hiding in plain sight. For those of you who watch my videos, I'm all the way over here. It was over here. I moved it here. This has been in the background for most of my videos in the past year. This, my friends, is Cooking with Chaos. Now, before I show you what's in here, I'm going to show you how we got here. This is going to be cool. We're going to, I think, look at, we have dual camera. They can see it here. I'm going to show everybody, hopefully. This is the first time I've streamed to like 8 different places, so please bear with me, but this is it. So now I'm going to show you guys how we got to this, because it was a long time. We're going to go to this side. A couple years ago, I met a friend of mine, Sarah, who has this wonderful thing called the Color Cube, and it's all about how to use different colors to use in a coloring book or to use for your art. I thought that's a great idea for recipes, so why don't I just do it? So I started here with these, with paper. Literally, these are 3x3 or 5x5 cards that I wrote recipes down on. Proteins, sides, sauces, everything was on here. Flavor profiles. Here, we're gonna switch back to, oh, I can't show you that yet. Flavor profiles. So that way, every single card is its own unique thing. And for those of my nerd friends out there, this is very much inspired by Magic the Gathering and by Pokemon. I love both of those things. So we went from here. This was Gen 1. This was Gen 2. And now looking back at it, these are so ugly. This is what the next version looked like. No pictures, but it had a concept. Those cards don't have anything on them. We have the recipes on the back. We have everything else on the front. So this way, we kind of started to really flesh this out. This was the beginning of what was to come. And from here, from this Gen 2, we have Gen 3. And this is where things really started to, as they say, cook. This is Cooking with Chaos Gen 3. This, my friends, was where we ended up really starting to work on the design, where now we have recipes and ingredients on the back. We have everything you need to make every dish on every single card, from your proteins to your sauces to your sides, mix and match them. All the colors are there. But it still wasn't good enough because of how we wanted people to use them. We wanted these to be super simple for people to use. We wanted these to be something you could use every day. So we're finally at Gen 4. And admittedly, Gen 5 is going to be the official 1.0 release, which you can pre-order right now. This is how far we've come over the last 3 years. This is Gen 4. They're slightly different. And I'm going to show you a big old demonstration of how these work and how these look. Now, we have the recipes and the ingredients. We have the ingredients on the front and the full recipes on the back. This way, when you're actually using them, at a glance, you know exactly what you're going to be getting into. So this way, you can see all of your instructions on the back and all the ingredients on the front. So hopefully that's a lot easier to use. But I'm going to show you guys something pretty fun with this. There's a mechanic that we incorporated using a dice. Each card is going to eventually have a D20 in the top corner. And that is where you can really start having fun with these. So for those of you watching on YouTube, I know we can't do it on, unfortunately, Instagram or TikTok because our software doesn't support that. But for those of you on YouTube, let me know if you can see what's on screen right now. And for those of you watching on Instagram or TikTok, I'm going to show you up close what this is. This is the card that we're looking at. Now, what's fascinating about how we've come to this is how much we've been able to put into this. And I don't want to keep going on because there's so much we have to cook. There's a lot we have to cook, but I want to teach you guys how I'm using these cards. At the top, you have the name, which you can see. This one is the kufta kebab burger. Next to it is going to be the D20 number. So you can roll the D20 and you can pick that card. If you want to just pick something random. So that way you can see exactly what you're going to make for dinner without realistically having to pick. Then under all of that is, actually, Rachel, could you hold that to the cameras? To both of them. Here, you got two hands. Yeah. There we go. Now I have an assistant. So this way I can keep talking to you guys too. Under that is all of your ingredients. This way when you're shopping, you can just hold the card. I put them in my pocket, and Rachel has done the same thing. Puts them in her pocket and goes shopping, and you have a full shopping list. It's super handy. But below that is the difficulty rating. We added a difficulty rating because I thought it would be fun for you to like level up how you want to cook. We have super easy ones for when you're bored, and we have super difficult ones when you want to challenge yourself. And that difficulty rating was based on Rachel, my wife, who is not a chef. She's the one who tested every single card to make sure they worked right. And if it didn't work for her, we rewrote it to make sure it did. Next to that, you'll see something very interesting. There's an author name. What I think you guys will find really fun is that I actually asked other YouTube cooks and chefs to submit some recipes. So when you guys get these, you might find one of your favorite chefs in there. And I'm not gonna say who they are, but they are in there, and it's super fun. Now, before we continue cooking, I'm gonna show you guys the back of the card. If I can, which one is it? Bam, there's the back of the card. This is all of the instructions on how to use these. So you have everything you need right on the back. And then something that we loved is go on an adventure. Because my whole thing is like, make food how you wanna make food. Have fun with it. Don't let someone else dictate how to make a recipe if you don't like something. So we gave you suggestions. Make it spicy. Add it with this card. Try it with this combination. It's just a fun little thing that we wanted. And then under all of that, by popular demand and my own, are the macronutrients. This took a long time to put into each card. And we have the calories, the proteins, the fats, and the carbohydrates, as well as eventually the serving size, which we're going to be adding for the first 1.0 release. So you're gonna have everything you need. We put so much into these cards for you because I want you guys to have fun with these. Hopefully you guys are excited. We're gonna start cooking now with some interesting picks. Rachel, I think I'm gonna need those two cards back though, because the cards that I'm gonna be cooking today, I didn't pick. Admittedly, these were picked by fellow YouTubers. And I also, chat isn't refreshing for me, so I'm gonna pull up chat on a different screen.
Nick says, I can attest the burger is pretty bomb.
So thank you. So we did also beta test these. We had quite a few people beta test the cards as friend and family, and we took all of their feedback in. We're adding time to the card. So this way, maybe you wanna make something quickly, so you can find a card that doesn't take too long. But for now, I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna formulate today's plan. It's kind of weird. When I was at Vid Summit, which is a YouTube conference, I asked 3 of my creator friends to pick some cards. And here are the cards that they picked. We're gonna go to this one, okay. Salisbury steak, pickled onions, miso cucumber, Korean fried chicken, ginger scallion sauce, creamy peanut butter sauce, garlic yogurt, corn relish, and spring roll bowl. Each creator picked 3. And I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see. Hopefully, Rachel, can we angle these down a little bit to see more of the cutting board? Or
We can see the cutting board.
Okay, cool.
Can you guys see the cutting board okay?
Yeah, over on TikTok and Instagram, but hopefully you guys can I know you guys can see it because this is the fancy setup. But what they had picked were different cards to the word was to troll me a little bit. So these are what they had picked. And I actually don't remember exactly the combos now that I'm looking at them. I think it was these 2 went together. Oh, and the miso cucumber. So the 3 that are, oh, okay, this is the one. So the first combination that I'm gonna be working with is the garlic yogurt sauce, the corn relish, and the spring roll bowl. That's one. This is from one creator. The Salisbury steak, the pickled onions, and the cream of peanut sauce is from another creator. The miso cucumber, the Korean fried chicken, and the ginger scallion sauce is from a third creator. Now here's how I'm going to break this down. This is super fun.
And just to recap, Like,
And just to recap,
how are the cards used for any new viewers?
oh, for those of you who are joining us right now, the cards work like this. You pick a protein, a sauce, and a side. And from there, you can make a full meal. So let's say we're going to pick, this one is from my friends Evan and Caitlin, who have a fantastic channel. They had picked, let's switch to this one. They had picked the Salisbury steak, the pickled onions, and the peanut sauce. And they thought this combination would fool me. But immediately I told them I would turn this into a spring roll. So that way, there's no fooling me here. This way you can still make something like this. You pick a protein, a sauce, and a side, and you jam them together. And for the most part, they work. I say for the most part because somebody, and here's the master thesis behind all of this. I truly think everyone has different tastes. So if you don't like something and you don't like something, you might like that thing. So who are we to tell you to not try that together? So that's the whole goal of this. Now, what I'm going to do is mix up how they gave me these cards using a dice. This is going to get weird. This is going to get really weird today.
So turning it into a game, right?
We're turning this into a game now. So that's kind of the goal. If you can't decide what to make for dinner, you and your significant other or your parents or whatever, you guys can just turn this into a game, which is what I love. So I have back here a D6. This is a 6-sided die. This guy. I'm going to do something a little fun here. Now, I'm going to take all the cards and I'm going to arrange them in front of me so I can also see them. And we're going to pick and arrange these by proteins, sauces, and sides. And again, I apologize, my chat on YouTube is not refreshing, so I might have to just like log in and pull up chat that way, and we'll see if that works.
This looks very simple and it's great.
Yeah, the goal is to make this really simple. We didn't want to overwhelm people with any of this. I don't think food should, when you're making food for yourself, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. We want it to be simple. So, okay, I think I can pull up chat on YouTube. Just give me 1 sec because my streaming software decided to not pull up chat. Okay, there, now I can see some of these. And for those of you who are asking about purchasing the cards right now, they're actually on pre-order. So I guess I'll talk about that too. We're pre-ordering them on our website, similar to how we would treat a Kickstarter. So we have everything ready. We just need to order the cards. And to do that, we do need to raise quite a bit of money. Admittedly, we need about $14,000 to get everything that we need, but we're already at $5,600. I'm just going to be fully transparent with you guys because we're treating this like a Kickstarter. So we're getting there. And it's only been 2 or 3 days since we made the official announcement. So if you guys want to pre-order them, if this works, oh, look at that. On YouTube, you might be able to see this. You can go to cookingwithchaos.gg and pre-order them right now. I've also left links in the description. And for those of you on Instagram or TikTok, this is also in my bio. So you can just click the bio link and get it there as well.
Plain Jane says dessert and cocktail expansion pack.
Yes, Plain Jane. I know that you've been around for a long time. Yes, not to get ahead of ourselves, we're planning expansion packs for this entire thing. So it doesn't stop here. And I think, to me, that's what makes it more exciting than a cookbook. We're already planning, I think Rachel, so Rachel's been she's been my partner on this. We've had 5 expansion packs so far we're ideating for. And I didn't want to talk about the money side quite yet, but I'm going to show you guys something fun.
The only thing I see is getting a combination that doesn't go together, like you could hear is squid and peanut butter.
That is true. Sometimes the combos might not work for you, but somebody else might like it. And again, who are we to say who gets to enjoy that? If you guys go and pre-order right now at both of the top tiers, you can get one of these really cool custom wooden boxes. These are all not hand engraved. These are laser engraved to have our Cooking with Chaos logo on them. But of course it has magnets. So it has a magnet top, and this will fit 151 or more, I think it's more, 151 Cooking with Chaos cards. So this way we can make sure we have room for expansions. Yes,
There's
Rachel.
somebody that asked if you went off of Pokemon cards for this.
I'm so glad you asked. As you can tell, the 3 colors are based on Gen 1 starter Pokemon colors. That's very much my inspiration, as well as Magic the Gathering. So Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Yes, absolutely, absolutely inspired by Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. This is why I love this. This is so much fun. So for those of you who are just joining us, we're going to start cooking because we have a lot of food to make. But to go over one more time, if you guys are just joining us, the cards have all of the information for the ingredient list on the front, as well as a difficulty rating and an author contribution. And then on the back is all of the instructions. So each card is a standalone card. You don't have to have anything else. You could just take this one and you're good to go. You can just go make food. So, are you guys ready? I'm pretty stoked. Here's how we're going to do this setup. My original creators my creator friends had picked these combos. These are the combos that they had picked. Now, what I'm actually going to do, I'm sorry, I'm switching scenes a little bit. What I'm actually going to do is roll this D6. This D6 is going to determine the cards I use for the first dish. Everybody with me on that? Everybody get it? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'll show you how we're going to do this. We're going to roll proteins first, and then sides, and then sauces. Ready? We're going to roll Salisbury steak, spring roll bowl, or Korean fried chicken for the protein for the first combination. And remember, these are my friends' combinations, and their combinations go this way. But now we're going to mix them all up at the roll of a dice because I think that's fun, and everybody should do this. All right. Salisbury steak is 1 and 2. Spring roll bowl is 3 and 4. Korean fried chicken is 5 and 6. Ready, Rachel?
Yeah.
All right. Hoots. 2. Salisbury steak. So the first combination will have the Salisbury steak. That's going to be the first protein. Now we roll for the green cards for the sides. All right. Here we go. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. It's getting miso cucumbers. Oh, this is going to be weird. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this. It's so much fun. I might like this. This might be interesting. Okay, now we roll for sauces. 1 and 2 is creamy peanut. 3 and 4 is garlic yogurt, which could backfire. Ginger scallion is 5 and 6. Let's go. Oh, ginger scallion. That's going to be delicious now. Miso cucumber, Salisbury steak, and ginger scallion sauce? That sounds fantastic. So this is going to be the first combination. This is what we're going to do first. I'm going to switch it up so you guys can see as well. So hopefully everybody can see our first combo. And you could see we had 2 cards from the third creator and 1 card from the first creator. All right, now I have to make this.
So is there another way that we can make those cards without like just making them how they are? Like, can you like make a bowl or like?
Yeah, so that was a great question because we've done this quite a bit. You can absolutely change these up. Let's say you wanted to make the Salisbury steak. It's ground beef or ground chicken or ground pork. You can turn this into meatballs. You can use this for a rice bowl. You can use this for a sandwich. You don't have to do it exactly like this. I actually encourage you to not do it exactly like this. This is more of a guide. And like Chef Cochran said in 2006 when I took his class for French cuisine, recipes are a guide. They're not law. So have some fun with it. All right, guys. We're going to roll the rest of these after the first dish so we can start cooking. You guys ready to cook some food? What am I making? Salisbury steak, ginger scallion, and miso ginger. I'm going to keep these cards exactly how they were so we can roll these again later. All right, now we have a lot of food to make. All right.
Is this available in Canada?
This is available only in the US right now. I apologize, but that has a lot to do with shipping costs. We're actually, if we get this big enough, and I think we can go much higher. Am I wearing my oh, I like did something to the camera. Wearing my Luffy Gear 5 shirt. I think we can get this to be everywhere. It should, I think everyone would enjoy it in some capacity. And my goal, admittedly, is to get 1 million people to cook. If I can get 1 million people to cook, that my dream is done. So that's my goal. And I think I could do it with this versus cookbooks. All right, I'm gonna see if I can adjust this camera just a little bit. I think is it tracking me now? Oh, how do I stop the tracking? Do I hold my hand up? Oh, did I do it? Okay, that's so weird. I forgot about the feature on this camera.
It's not showing the cutting board at all.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I adjusted. We adjusted on the fly. I know technology sometimes. All right.
A new level to keep playing with your food.
It is. This is totally my way, my love letter of keep playing with your food. Now we get to actually cook. What should we make first? I think we're going to do let's make the ginger scallion sauce first. I think that'll be, or no, we should make the miso cucumber first because it has to marinate a little bit. So again, for those of you seeing, there's the ingredients on the front. And then the instructions are on the back. And I have most of this stuff prepped out. I think where did we put the miso cucumber stuff? Oh no.
Did we prep it?
I did. Oh, it's over there in the corner. So what you guys can't see is over here. Actually, hold on. Is this gonna work? Hold on.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. What you can't see is I have most of these dishes prepped out. Okay.
Said that this combo would be great for garlic rice.
Absolutely. Garlic rice. Honestly, put this in a baguette. Oh, we got to fix the thing. That's the hard part about it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love this. Okay, hold on. I got to readjust. I probably won't do that again because I have to like manually adjust. Okay, miso cucumber time. And again, if you guys want to pre-order, every pre-order goes a long way in helping this dream come true. And again, they sound like a pre-order, but we're just not doing Kickstarter. We don't really want to go through Kickstarter because I feel like we can do this on our own. So, miso cucumber time. I have some of the stuff ready to go. So this is some white miso that I have.
This is also, if you want to eat a whole cucumber, like that one guy that makes the cucumber dishes on TikTok.
I don't know what Rachel's talking about, but yes, you can just eat it.
A whole cucumber.
Whenever you want to eat a whole cucumber, just go for it. This is one of my favorite ones, the miso cucumber. So this needs 2 whole cucumbers, seeded and sliced. We're not going to peel these. We're actually changing that. So like I said, some of the recipes are going to be changed as we move forward, getting ready for release 1.0. And you can get this at cookingwithchaos.gg. Cookingwithchaos.gg. The .com was taken, but GG is great. I need a spoon.
Smiling Titan is gifted one CHEFPK membership.
Oh, thank you so much. That was super sweet of you. Thank you guys. Thank you for the gifted membership. I forgot about memberships. I don't live stream, you know? We're going to switch to, can we do this? Yeah, look at that. You can see stuff now. Now, the one thing with this recipe is we're going to seed the cucumbers, and that's actually really important. The reason why is because if you do not seed the cucumbers, then the marinade can get super, super wet because we're not adding in a ton of salt. But you could save these seeds and turn this into cucumber water if you really want to. So I'm gonna keep these. That sounds really great. Oh, Rachel's pulling up a bowl that she pulled out for me. That's okay. We're gonna go with this. I'd love to hear any questions you guys might have. Again, we've been working on this for 3 years. Like I can't tell you how good it feels to finally like share this officially with everybody. So if this is something you think you would enjoy, or honestly, a lot of people are getting them as gifts for loved ones, and I can't make any promises, but we are really trying to get these in hands for the holidays. But please do not pre-order based on that fact. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. We're trying our best, but you know, things do happen. We're really trying to crank these out and get these as soon as we can. But you know, unfortunately, the world operates the way it does, and sometimes things get delayed. So I won't promise anything yet. So please treat this as a Kickstarter first. Okay, now I have these things seeded, and now I have this fancy bowl that Rachel gave me. I'm adding in what was it? I have to read my own recipes. 2.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar going straight in there.
Christopher says, these remind me of recipe cards I would write when I was in culinary school, so I didn't have to carry the textbook from classroom to kitchen.
Yep, exactly. Like that's the goal. Honestly, being able to pick what you want for dinner, like these 3 that I'm working on right now, I would just take these, and they're slightly waterproof, which I'll show you in a second, and I put them in my pocket. And that's it. And I go to the grocery store and I buy what I need. That's how convenient we're trying to make them. Into this, 2 tablespoons of white miso. I'm just going to kind of mix this up just a little bit. And also, I mentioned they were slightly waterproof. They're not like, don't submerge them. But if I get a little bit of water on them, you can kind of see there's just a water bubble right on there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can't really tilt it. But here, I'll show you like that. So we tried to make them as usable as possible inside the kitchen. All right, miso paste is going in to my rice vinegar. We are making the miso cucumber salad. This does need to marinate for like 20, 30 minutes, so it's good that we're doing it now. And that way we can work on the other stuff, the Salisbury steak and everything. And again, I apologize. I'm fighting a terrible cold, so hopefully I don't sound too bad. Okay, the miso and the vinegar are mixed up. This also gets 1/2 tablespoon of honey. Nobody asked you.
Alexa, no.
I did not ask her. No, she's still talking. All right, a little bit of honey in there. This is just going to sweeten it up just a little bit. You can also just use sugar if you don't want honey.
Are the cards made from plastic or cardstock?
They are glossy cardstock. They are not plastic. We're looking into plastic cards. I don't think it's that necessary because it actually makes the cards fairly big comparatively. But also we wanted to try to keep costs down. So that was a big one. We want to make these as accessible as possible for you guys. But no, they are slightly waterproof, not totally waterproof.
Does the CHEFPK Discord server exist?
It does. That is actually available through the Patreon link, which I don't think I have in the description, but it's also in my bio, I believe. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free. All right, I have my vinegar, my miso, and my honey in here. Now this is also going to get 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which I'm going to eyeball because I truly believe in just eyeballing stuff.
Are you going to be doing new packs like DLCs for video games?
Absolutely.
And if so, could you do a season pass like they do, like Borderlands and Destiny 2?
I'm glad you asked because that's actually live right now. So if you pick up all the Chaos version, you get the wooden box, you get a resin D20, you get one of these, okay? And then you also get Cooking with Chaos First Edition, and you get 4 future expansion packs that will be released. Our goal is to release them once every quarter, so you get them every 3 to 4 months or so, and they'll just be delivered straight to you. You can literally order that right now. Sesame seed going in.
Little Rainy Food says, would you ever consider making one of your expansion packs a kid-friendly pack, like one specifically designed with recipes that don't need to use more dangerous appliances like oven or stove?
That's actually something that Rachel came up with while she was in the shower. She had a shower thought, and she walks out and she says, "Cooking with Chaos Junior Edition." So yes, that's on our radar as well. Something easy for the kids to just pick up and be able to make very easily. Honestly, I think it comes closer to also being. She's doing a little dance because she's so happy about it. It also comes close to maybe like a college pack where you don't have a lot of ingredient or a lot of equipment to use. So that's something we're considering as well. We're also looking at like the rice bowl bundle, where it's various rice bowls from, I think it's Japan, Korea, and Thailand. And then we're looking at a cupcake pack, which is all mix and match cupcakes. We're also looking at, what was the other one that we have listed for potential? It's all on the website, cookingwithchaos.gg. We have all the potential expansion packs listed.
Musubi?
Oh, musubi pack, which we're actually pretty stoked on.
Super salad?
Oh, the super salad. So it's like soup, ER, so super salad pack, which would be kind of a direct expansion to this one. So this way you can mix and match proteins with different salads and soups. All right, I'm just slicing up my cucumber.
And then if I'm speaking, sorry, can you guys hear me okay? Or should Paul kind of re-say what I do?
Well, let us know in the chat on YouTube. I think Instagram and TikTok, you could probably hear Rachel pretty well.
I'll speak louder. Are these beginner friendly?
What do you think, Rachel?
Are they beginner friendly?
What do you think?
I think they're beginner friendly.
So
I can't cook.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, the litmus test or the bar was to get my wife to make everything, Rachel. And she's been working on these for about a year, I would say, of just trying to make different combinations and different tests and things like that. And the big reason why I wanted her to test it is because if you have someone like me who's been cooking for 18 years, it skews everything, and it's not fair, I think. So to have someone who has very, very basic kitchen skills, who can cook a little bit, but is not a chef by any means, having someone like that test everything, I think was the most important part of all of this. So yes, I think they're pretty beginner friendly. And on top of that, what's great is we have the difficulty system. So like the miso cucumber, it's a 1-star difficulty. And the reason why is because you only really need to slice cucumbers and throw everything together. And that's it. There's no cooking, anything. So this is pretty much done. And I made quite a bit. So I'm gonna mix all of this together. And this is gonna marinate once I have it all mixed. And I'm probably just gonna leave this out at room temperature just because we're gonna use it relatively quickly. And then we can move on to the other stuff.
SD ordered one this morning when they noticed there was a resin D20 in it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, the resin D20s are from Wizards, and they're pretty high quality. They're really, really nice. They're pretty hefty. But yes, that comes in the More Chaos pack, which will get you the wooden box, and it'll get you the resin D20 and first edition of Cooking with Chaos. And the resin D20 also comes in the All the Chaos pack, which comes with the DLC, as mentioned earlier. So I think you guys will really like that. All right, I'm gonna give these a taste because these are gigantous cucumbers.
There are no red chili flakes in that.
I did not add them yet. Rachel knows these recipes. She's like, where's the chili flakes?
Plain Jane asked. Sorry, I'll wait till you.
No, you're good. I can listen.
Well, right, but you need to recite because they can't hear me.
Oh, where's the chili flakes?
Do you need help?
No, hold on. Oh, yeah, I need help. I don't know where my chili flakes are. They have disappeared on me. Anyways, yes, this does get chili flakes, and it does say optional or to taste. So a lot of the cards will say something like to taste on them. So that way, thank you. If you don't want to add something and it's not critical to the recipe, you don't have to. In this case, I'm gonna add a little bit of chili flake, give it a nice little kick. I think this is gonna be really nice with everything else. And then we're just gonna let this sit. Okay.
Would you consider doing a notebook with the cards to try, like if you have substitutes, you could write it down of what you did?
That's a great idea, actually. We did not consider it, and now I'm heavily considering it. Okay, cucumbers are done. Next. That's it. That's how fast it was to make this recipe. Maybe 10 minutes, if that, 15 minutes. I'm also talking, so not too long at all. Now we're going to make, I think the ginger scallion sauce only takes a couple of minutes, so we're gonna wait on that. Actually, let's go ahead and do the ginger scallion. That's super simple. So the ginger scallion sauce is basically an oil-based sauce. And this one is going to get just a few green onions, some ginger, sesame oil, and regular oil that I have to heat up. So let me heat up some oil too, which I need to now rearrange a few things, make some room. But keep asking questions, guys. Love to hear them.
Have you thought about hollow and reverse hollow cards?
Hollow and reverse.
Holographic cards.
Yes. I was thinking of Jujutsu Kaisen for some reason. We thought about doing like exclusive cards of some kind, but we haven't really gotten there all the way yet. This might be something in the future where if you order a pack and you get a hollow card, it might mean you get like a free expansion pack or something like that. So we do want to do holographic cards. And the reason why we're doing this on our own versus Kickstarter is also because of our supplier. She's been awesome, and she says we can do pretty much whatever we want with her. So we do need to raise those funds so we can work with her and get these to be as awesome as they can be. And holo cards are something I absolutely want to do.
How about adding commander cards featuring the authors of the recipes?
So that's a great point. I'm actually reaching out to other YouTuber creators to see if they want to make their own pack. So this doesn't just stop at me. I want this to be big enough to where we could have other cooking creators or other creators who love food in general make their own expansion packs, and they can present it to their audience. That way it's not just the food that I can think of or that Rachel can think of. Other creators get involved. One thing that I think you guys are going to love is we really want to do a community pack where you guys can submit your own individual sauce, protein, or side cards, and we'll pick 20 of them. Or I think the actual number would be 24 because you have to go by threes, right? No, 20, I don't know, math, 21 or something like that. Some kind of math. But we want to pick enough to where we can involve the community and have our own community packs. So that's a big goal of ours too. So you can tell how much thought we've been putting into this by simply thinking, how do we keep expanding it? How does it not stop at just this base set? And admittedly, we need you guys for that. So I'm just chopping up the ginger and the onions for this. This is super simple.
Since you're from the PNW, have you ever thought of foraging for food and or making something from what you can forage with help, of course?
Honestly, no. And the reason for that is I haven't had the time. We have a friend of ours who does mushroom picking, and that could be a lot of fun. Also, I'm super wary of mushrooms, so I don't know if I would actually do it. Pardon me while I'm getting a pan. Oh god, oh god. I'm gonna heat up some oil in this wok over on the stove over there. This should be just a five tablespoons of vegetable oil. We don't really need too much. Oh, where's my? Yeah. And everything is in imperial measurements. And in the future, if there's enough demand, we want to make metric too. I think that was 5. I hope it's fine. Here, I'll do a half more just in case. I lost count while I was talking. Okay, this goes on the stove just to heat up just a little bit. And that is pretty much the ginger scallion. So the only other thing I need to add to this is a bit of sesame oil, and that'll be ready to go. All right, let's see. I think we can also start working on the Salisbury steak, or the I can't ever pronounce this. It's a Japanese word for it. Hamburger. Does anybody know how to pronounce this in chat? Please let me know. Hamburger steak. Hamburger. Oh my God, my sinuses are just like, you're not saying any words today. This recipe, what I was talking about earlier, some creator friends have submitted recipes. This recipe was submitted by my friend Onigiri, who is a cooking VTuber. So our artist name in this case is down here. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but I'll try to show you. Down here in the corner, it says Onigiri. There you go. So that's kind of one thing that we're looking to do as well. Like I mentioned, trying to have other people submit stuff, potentially do a full pack later. So that's really exciting. I'm just going to wait for the oil to heat up slightly. And then all I have to do is turn it off and add everything in. We don't really want to have the oil be super hot. Otherwise, it will burn the onions and the ginger. Oh, and then I need... Yes, that one. Oh no, my 17-year-old book is being more damaged than it already was. Welcome in for everybody who are joining us. We are playing with Cooking with Chaos today. That's the goal. The overall goal is to, I like the word chaos, but it reminds me of Final Fantasy 16 now that I think about it. Only because I feel like in a kitchen things can get chaotic, but if you don't let them spiral out of control, it becomes very fun. Turn it off, like off. I don't know what that was in reference to in chat for. So this was starting to smoke just a little bit on the sides. So now I'm just going to take this, plop this in here, and then I'm just going to let it sit after I add everything else. I don't know where my scraper is. It's okay. I'll just use the knife. It's just going to take me a while. Here, now we'll go. No, we're good. Hoots. Okay, let's put a towel here. This way I can scrape the rest of it right into here. And then this gets a touch of sesame oil. Gets 1 tablespoon sesame oil. And I think it also gets a little bit of salt.
Godspeed's asking if you can do a food war against Joshua Weissman.
If I can? Yeah, I would be down. It'd be fun to cook against Josh. I think that'd be a great time. Okay, the salt is in. Let me get a fresh spoon because that spoon had other liquids on it and I don't want to put that into here. Now this is just going to sit until we're ready for it. This is ready. That's all I had to do for this. This sauce is done. Now we can actually work on the hamburger steak, which is probably still being pronounced wrong. So it's only been maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe 25 minutes, and we have 2 recipes done. So if you combine all 3, you're probably going to spend 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what you pick.
Maybe recap again what the cards are about.
Yeah, for those of you joining us, Cooking with Chaos is an infinite recipe card system that I developed with my wife, Rachel, that allows you to pick different proteins, sauces, and sides and combine them into completely new dishes. This way you can mix and match a bunch. And we're launching with 60 cards, which are all of the rest of these. And the reason why I picked 60 is because 60 is the standard legal size for a Magic the Gathering tournament deck and or Pokemon deck. There are little Easter eggs like that all throughout. Our 4 expansion packs should bring the grand total of all of our cards to 151 because I love Gen 1 Pokemon. It's literally the only reason. Okay, let's make Salisbury steak. And if you guys want to pre-order this, go to cookingwithchaos.gg. Let me grab steak stuff. Yes, I actually prepped this one.
Ryan says they pre-ordered theirs and can't wait.
Yes.
I'm excited to use it as a surprise meal plan for date nights.
Yes.
Keep up the great work for expansions for something like Cooking with Babish and Alvin.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. That's going to be the goal. How do we get these other guys involved? You know, so to kind of touch on that with expansions and all this other stuff, I also eventually want to start a creator program. And because we're doing this on our own and we're not using a third-party company or anything, like this is as homegrown as it gets. What? Oh, no. What we really want to do is...
Nick says the Salisbury steak is one of the best dishes he's made so far.
Oh, thank you. That was one of our beta testers. So I'm going to take the 1 pound of beef and put it into here. Also, you can use pork or chicken. Honestly, you can use whatever meat you want. It's going to get 1 egg right into there. The egg is going to help bind everything. It's going to get 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. I also forgot the ketchup. Hold on. I hope I didn't eat all the ketchup because I'm a ketchup fiend. And I definitely lost my thought earlier. Oh, creator program. How many, does anybody in this chat live stream? I would love to know. Or maybe you're just a YouTube creator who does some food stuff or vlogs. Do 1 tablespoon of ketchup. The reason why I ask is I eventually want to have a creator program. Oh, I forgot to sear off the onions. That's okay. I'll just have this in here first before I add the breadcrumb. And I'll add the rest of the dry ingredients. 2 teaspoons of salt. If you're a creator, what we're looking to do is eventually be able to have you guys sign up and just become part of the affiliate program I really want to launch. This way you can get a pack and you get, you know, a kickback for every pack that you sell, but also just gives you something to do on stream. Just have some fun with it. So that's something we're really trying to do as well. Need a teaspoon of black pepper. Put it right into there. And then I think, yeah, I need to cook the onions first because I messed up. So I'm going to put this over here. I got way ahead of myself. Do not put breadcrumb in first. Otherwise, it's going to soak it up without the onions. So I'm going to set that to the side while I cut this little dude. It's not a lot of onion. It's just a bit. Gives it a bunch of flavor. Oh, I need to heat up a saute pan. Oh, man. There's so much going on over here today. Oh, you know what? I'll just cook it here.
We have a couple people that say sometimes not much of a content creator, but interested in making quality YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Don't stream much recently, but food is definitely our social game.
Yeah, I love that. So when that opens up, you can sign up on our website for the newsletter or the mailing list, and when that goes live, I'll just shoot out a blast. And if you guys are interested in something like that, it'll just be a form you have to fill out, and we just go from there. But yes, I want to share this with as many people as possible, and I think streamers and creators of all sizes are super important for that. All right. Just gonna cut this a little bit. Again, I apologize. I'm super stuffed up. I'm fighting a cold, but I really wanted to make this happen today. So I'm just gonna dice up this little bit of onion, and then I'm gonna cook it in a saute pan that I have over there while I get everything else ready. But other than that, I think this is gonna go pretty quick. The hamburger steak doesn't take long to cook either. So that's gonna be really nice. I think we are at the maybe 30-minute mark or so of cooking for one dish. So I think Rachel can attest to this because she's tested everything. Unless you're doing like, we have like a pulled pork card, which does take time because you're cooking it for so long, but the active time is very little. There are some cards that do take time, but we're trying to really aim for like that 30 to 45-minute mark for most of the cards. So this way you can just make something for dinner. Okay, onion's done. I'm gonna be over here, and I don't wanna mess with this guy. Hold on. Yeah, let your questions keep coming in, guys. I'd love to hear them. I'm just sauteing this up with a little bit of oil. You know, I should actually move the, here, I'll move the camera again. That's not too difficult.
Problem is, I'm a Spanish speaker. It's like Google Translate is awesome.
Hold on. Okay. We did it? Yeah. So the thing is with translations is it can be very difficult unless the product does really, really well. I don't want to do this. This is stupid.
Would you like me to buy your scoop?
No. I'm just going to bring the pan over. Don't travel with your food. Travel with the pan. All right. We eventually would love to do translations. The problem is that only works if the product is very successful. So you only see that for very popular cookbooks. I don't know why the camera thinks that like I'm up here in the ceiling. All right, ginger scallion is done. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope whoever you're cooking with is going to enjoy them because
They're set.
oh, yes, that's what I want.
Get the kids to cook.
Yes, get the kids to cook. You know, that to me is super fun. So a couple of my best friends who were beta testing this for us, they would have their kids pick cards too. So that way if like mom can pick one, dad can pick one, and you can have your kids pick one, and then you just have a fun family night and just make the combinations together and or go shopping together, and you guys can have your own cards and see what works, see what doesn't work. Like the play with your food is very much at the forefront of this. Oh, I can go back over here now. Yeah, good camera. I'm just sauteing these just a little bit, just so this way it doesn't sweat too much liquid into the onion itself. But I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. I don't wanna continue to work on other recipes, so this way we can roll the dice for the new ones. Can this, it doesn't wanna...
Oh, yeah, yes, Danny.
Sorry,
Cool.
Rachel's reading questions.
I had a homework assignment talking about a professional chef, and I wanted to do something about Paul.
Me?
Thanks.
Yeah, shoot me a message on Discord or Twitter. I think we follow each other. So shoot me a message. I would love to help out if I can.
Oh, his son is 19, but still, get those kids to cook.
Hey man, I know 19-year-olds who can't make eggs, so I think it's super important. You know, you gotta have some skills in the kitchen. Also, because it'll help you find your future husbando or waifu. You know, whatever your preference is. Skills in the kitchen are very important. And apologize for drinking so many liquids. It's to prevent the gunk in my face from spilling out. But yes, for those of you who are just joining us, I guess while those onions are cooking over there, I'm gonna do a quick recap. So if you guys go to cookingwithchaos.gg, we have the All the Chaos bundle, which gives you this beautiful wooden deck box with all the acrylic on the inside that holds up to 150 cards. You also get a resin 20-sided die. You also get base set 1 of Cooking with Chaos, all 60 cards you need to start cooking. Then you can also opt in for what we call our own DLC. If you buy All the Chaos at the highest tier, you're gonna get 4 expansion packs included as they release. So those will come out once a quarter or so, and they'll just be delivered straight to you. You don't have to do anything else. It saves you some money in the meantime, so that way you don't have to buy them individually later. And otherwise, you can buy just the box, just the cards. Just buy those by themselves. Play around with it. I don't know how long we'll keep the boxes in stock because they are pretty expensive to produce. But if you want to pick that up, we're taking pre-orders right now. And once that pre-order window closes, that's it. Can't get those boxes anymore. Another big thing with the pre-order bonus is that we really want to showcase the expansion stuff. So we're also including 3 free mystery cards from a future expansion that we're already working on. So if you pre-order now, we're going to give you 3 cards for free. That'll be part of that expansion later. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Again, like, they've been working on this for so long. I'm glad to finally like showcase what this can be. All right, these onions are pretty good. Just wanted a little griddle on them. And because I want to eat this sooner rather than later, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put these.
Hear me out. Steak made with 50% lamb and 50% venison would be really good.
Yes, just do it.
That's what we want you to do.
Just do it. Honestly, take the Salisbury steak recipe and just do that. Add lamb and venison. We will not dictate how you want to eat. Oh, this is weird that it keeps following me, but it's kind of cool. Oh, there's the other camera pole thing. I'm literally putting those in the freezer for just a few minutes to cool down completely. And then I think we're going to stop. Yeah, see that it worked. That was pretty good.
Samoro, I'm a team myself and I don't know how to cook, but I wish I could.
I think you'll still find value with these. Because like I said, Rachel isn't the best cook. You're not, and she knows this. But after working through the cards and making some of the easier ones first, her skills have gotten better. I come in now and she's just like, hey, I made dinner. I was like, oh.
Took me 4 hours.
Yeah, I was like, who's this person? You know, so I think it's still valuable for a lot of people. Or maybe, you know, pick it up and work and use the cards with someone who knows how to cook. And that way you can each pick a card and work together. Also, game nights is super fun this way, where you can give a card to different people and have them make the thing like a potluck, and then everybody comes together for game night and you start mixing and matching. Like if you have 8 people for game night, that's 8 different cards, and maybe you can find combinations you didn't think you would like before. There are so many different flavors and varieties that even I can't think of because I haven't had every combination. I don't even know. I say infinite, and I feel like that's true, but it's technically not. I don't know how many cards and combinations you can technically make with 60 of 3 different. That math doesn't make any sense in my brain.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. Oh, where's Joe?
Here.
Oh, hi, Joe. So there's plenty of options. Okay, let's finish the Salisbury steak. This would have gone faster had I cooked the onions first. Stop moving on me, camera. What are you doing?
It's because you went.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I didn't realize because I just waved to it and it decided to follow me.
Hello from Houston.
Yeah, let me know where you guys are from. I'm actually curious. We're here in the Pacific Northwest, just chilling. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm stuck inside with a cold. But I'm hanging out with you guys, so that makes it worth it. All right, so this is my beef, my egg, and a little bit of seasoning and stuff for the Salisbury steak. And oh, there we go. Oh, yes. I'm just going to mix this together, and then I'm going to grab the onions and put those in here because those won't take long to cool down because it's a very small amount.
Chef, are there any non-meat red cards for vegetarians and vegans?
We have a couple of fish cards. Well, I'm sorry, you said vegetarians and vegans. There's a sticky tofu that I really like. That's in there.
You can also take
Seitan?
Seitan.
Yeah, seitan works well for a lot of the marinades. So one card we're going to be making today is the Korean fried chicken. You could definitely fry up some tofu and then use the gochujang sauce that comes with that and make that as like your fried chicken kind of thing. It's really good. So we don't have a vegan vegetarian pack yet. The breadcrumb is going in, but it is something we're considering if there's enough. It might just be that we include more vegan and vegetarian options in future packs, but not focus on it, if that makes sense.
We have Houston, New Jersey, Kuala, Costa Rica, Sweden, Czech Republic, Michigan, Salt Lake, Canada.
I love that. Welcome in, everybody. All right, onions are done. Bam. Okay, just has to be cool to the touch. don't throw hot onions into your cold meat.
I missed the beginning. What are we cooking up today?
So for those of you who are just joining us, I picked, well, kind of 3 random cards. I picked 3 cards from Cooking with Chaos based on cards that my creator friends picked. And then we rolled the dice to determine which cards that they picked I'm going to be combining and making today. So I know it sounds a little convoluted, but basically they picked cards and I rolled the dice to determine what combination I would be making for food. All right, I'm just going to mix this up just a little bit more.
I met you at Anime Expo.
Hey, welcome back. Hopefully AX next year is going to be just as fun. All right, hamburger steak ready to cook. I think we could cook it here. Do you want to grab me the we have a little portable burner so that way you guys can see it here. And we'll just start cooking that up. Let me grab a small pan. Ooh, should I do it as a square? That could be fun. Oh no. So I admittedly, oh God, sorry, that's so loud. Admittedly, this is still one of my favorite pans to cook any food in. It's a tamago yaki pan. So I'm gonna cook it in here. I don't care. Oh, is there gas? Yes, there is gas. I'm a professional. Yes. So with this, it also says we just portion it out into equal portions. Usually go about 4 ounces. I believe it's 4 equal portions. So about 4 ounces per burger. Let's see. We're just going to take, should we just take a little bit? Just do 1? We'll do 1 for a taste tester. And then I'll probably cook the rest of it and give it to the neighbors later. Gonna ball this up. Oh no, onion went flying. We're gonna make 1 hamburger steak. All right, I'm gonna place this here. Rachel, if you don't mind putting a lid on that. And then I need a little bit of oil. Don't go anywhere. Rachel is my assistant. She's gonna get a lid for this. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in the pan. And then we're gonna start searing these off. But yeah, guys, welcome in from all over the place, which is freaking rad, to be honest. I love seeing that. And again, the reason why I made these is because everyone from every part of the world has different tastes. I know we can't cater to everyone, but my goal is to cater to as many people as I can. So hopefully you really enjoy this. All right. I don't want it too hot because I don't want this to burn. And if you guys want to pre-order, cookingwithchaos.gg. Link is in the description. And I think we have a YouTube shop now. So there should be a store page where you can just click that and you can just pre-order it right now. All right, I'm gonna press this just a little.
Lisa, I would like to be your neighbor.
It sounds like Mr. Rogers. I would like to be. Isn't that a Mr. Rogers song? I'm not familiar. So with ground beef, I always say if it's a good ground beef, you can cook it to medium rare if you want. I do advise people to cook it to 160 just to be safe. But yeah, this is it. I'm gonna cook this and this is gonna be lunch. Well, first lunch, because we still have 2 more combinations to make after this, and we have no idea what those combinations are gonna be. What are the remaining 6 cards? Where did I put them? Oh, here.
Will this work in a wok with an electric burner? Or would this work with an electric burner?
Yes, that's totally fine. The reason why I don't use an electric burner, honestly, is because the one I have gets really whiny. So this is a little quieter for the microphone.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. We still have all 6 of these to still make. We have no idea what combination it's going to be. I'm actually really excited. I love tasting new things and new combinations of food. All right, gonna grab this dude. Need a little spatula action. Probably gonna set off the fire alarm, but that's okay. Gonna give this a quick flip. Now, with this, it does say on the instructions to add in a touch of water to help steam it. So I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna get a lid. I don't have a, so this is a stupid move. Do I have a round lid and a square pan, so hopefully this works. Close enough. I didn't think about that part. I just really like using this pan, so what are you gonna do? You know? Keep playing with your food, right? Okay, so we're just gonna steam this for a couple of minutes and it's done. Now you may be asking, friends, what do we do with it? With Salisbury steak, ginger scallion, and miso cucumber? Well, here's the thing. Do whatever the hell you want. You can put this into a wrap, put it on top of rice, which would be ideal in a lot of ways. We don't have any hot rice that's ready to go. Put it on top of potatoes. Have it with coleslaw. Put it into a slider, which I'm probably going to do today because I have sliders. This is a very big bun, so I cannot lie. All right, that looks really nice. I'm going to let this rest.
Dog20 says, "Oh my gosh, I love this man. You got me in the kitchen. Thank you for doing what you do."
No. Thank you guys for allowing me to do what I'm doing now. Like I said, I've been working on this for 3 years, and without you guys watching videos and sharing and subscribing and all of that other YouTube-y stuff and buying the cookbooks too, I wouldn't have been able to make this. So this truly is my love letter to you guys and as a thank you. And I hope you gain everything out of it. Learn all the things from this and just have fun. Side note, I think that camera keeps slipping. So one of our phones is gonna like fall off the thing. All right, guys, let's see a vote. Do we try the steak as is with the sauce and the miso cucumbers? Or should I do it into like a couple of sliders? I have either one. I did buy some slider buns because I want you guys to be able to just have some fun with these. You know, you don't necessarily need to just have it as is. We could try it as is and then do it as a slider too. I think both options are pretty solid. So I'm gonna grab a slider and we'll try half with just the cards and half as a little slider action. Sound good? Okay, let me grab a slider real quick. Ooh, or it could have been an open-faced sandwich. That sounds good. I have a little bit of sourdough. Yeah, I got some local sourdough. Let's do a little open-faced steak sandwich. There, that'll be perfect. Do a little guy. Oh, both.
Sliders.
I changed it to open-faced sandwich. You know what? Whatever happens to the Korean fried chicken card later, we will make a slider out of it. I promise. Because Korean fried chicken sliders, no matter, you could just put the chicken in between bread and it's so good. All right, now let's plate up half of the hamburger steak as is, and then we'll do a little bit with the bread. Sound good? Gandalf.
Oh, Gandalf made an appearance. Oh, we can't see him.
Oh, hold on here so you guys can see him. There he is. Boop. Don't you eat anything off of this. It's a mess today.
Board,
what's that?
Or did you get rid of it?
Yeah, I got rid of the cutting board so you can see Gandalf. Hi.
Here, wait,
For those of you on the other side.
Gandalf? Oh, he's...
Here, I'll move these. There he is.
Hold on. I can't move Instagram. Instagram is stuck. Oh, wait, there he is. You can see him now.
All right, let's get Gandalf. Don't lick that. That's my mouse. All right, hamburger steak right on the plate. And again, admittedly, this would be super good with rice. We're gonna do a little bit of this ginger scallion oil right on top of the steak because I think that'll be delicious. So I'm gonna take some of this. Oh yes. Oh, that looks so nice. I'm actually really excited for this. The ginger and the scallion oil gives us a really nice pop too. Here, we're gonna go here. Bam, so that way you guys can see it a little bit. And then the miso cucumbers. So you could absolutely just put this on top, which is what I'm gonna do. Or you could just eat it on the side. I just taught my friend George how to make this for a meal prep video, and he has been making it all the time now. We're gonna do a little bit right on top. And then that's pretty much it. So are you gonna help? The other thing with this is that what I really would love for you guys to do is add a fourth card. So if you want a different slaw, like one of my favorite ones is the tangy ramen slaw, which is this guy. And you can make this into like a salad. So you could add this slaw to these three cards, and now you're gonna make these four and have this be kind of a Hamburg steak slaw salad. Like you could absolutely do that. One of my other favorite ones is the quinoa salad, which is this guy. This one I had made for another meal prep video, and this one would go really well with this as like a quinoa salad with everything on top. Got my little piece of toast, which I'm going to plate up the other half in a minute. And let's just dig in to this first one. So this is the first randomization of these cards: the Salisbury steak, the ginger scallion, and the miso cucumber. So this is what we're trying right now based on the rolls we had earlier. I'm going to put those back in the box because I no longer need them. And we're going to give this a quick taste. I haven't really had breakfast yet, so cheers. I'll get some cucumber in there. That's pretty good. You want to try?
Or you can have it on the side and then like put cheese on the Salisbury steak over like a toasty piece of bread.
You want to try this?
Sure.
Hold on.
Wait, should I?
I'm just going to feed it to you. I think that's really nice. The ginger and the scallions work really well with it, right? Okay, let's do a little piece on some toast. This is where I would get even more creative. So Rachel isn't going to like this, but I'm going to put some Kewpie mayo on the bread.
No.
Kewpie mayo on the bread? Anybody? Yes? Where is it? I have the biggest bottle.
I threw it away.
No. Kewpie mayo. Right there. A little creaminess. You know, because you have the ginger and the garlic. You have some of the oil on there. You have the fattiness of the steak. And then this is just going to give it just a little...
If you're in the Midwest, anything is a salad.
If you're... Exactly. Oh, a little bit of Kewpie on there. A little tanginess. This is going to be it.
Are we going to show the cameras?
Yes, before I just devour it. So there's a little piece of toast with the cucumber and the beef and the scallion dressing. We'll show over here. Yeah, fine. And then over here. Maybe.
There. Yeah, it's just focusing on your face.
Oh, perfect. Oh, wait. And then this is just a little bit of bread with the Kewpie mayo. This is what I'm talking about. Just change it up, however you want to eat it. Cheers. All right. It's so good. Kewpie mayo on here is so nice because it adds like a tanginess to it. Do you want to try?
No.
Rachel doesn't want. Okay. We've done this one. Now, we need to do the other sets. I'm going to put this down for now so I don't get full because we have a lot of food to make. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments down below if all of that made sense. Hopefully, it wasn't too convoluted. Would you like a piece of bread?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, a piece of bread. Let me know if you guys like that. I think that was a fun combination.
What makes Kewpie mayo so good, and what store has Kewpie mayo in San Antonio?
Ooh, you might have to find your local Asian grocery store or order it on Amazon maybe because it's shelf stable before it's open. Kewpie mayo is mostly made with egg yolks and MSG. That's why it's delicious. All right, guys, now.
Oh, this is basically a Japanese steak.
Yeah.
That you made.
Yeah, it is. It's called hamburger. I'm not even going to try. It's Japanese Hamburg steak. And that recipe was submitted by my VTuber friend, Onigiri. So, like I said earlier, some of the cards are going to have a different author name. Most of them are CHEFPK, admittedly, but some of the names will be different based on my friends who submitted recipes. So, if we come across more, actually, we are going to come across more. There's another guest author on this one from a good friend of mine. All right, guys, you ready for the next combination? Hopefully, that made your mouth water a little bit. I think it's pretty good. I like that combination, admittedly. I'm not going to say everything is good. The Salisbury steak, my favorite sauce with the Salisbury steak, where is it? Is the secret sauce. This is my favorite. This is basically like a Big Mac sauce. That's it. So if you don't want that ginger scallion one, like use the Big Mac sauce. It's so good. Also, tell you a little story of a lovely lady. I don't know why I'm singing Brady Bunch now. Anyways.
Is it me?
It is. Yes, always. So one of my best friends made the katsu card. Where's the katsu? This one. He had made pork katsu. And when he had made the pork katsu, he paired it with the ginger scallion, and he really liked it. But his wife didn't like the ginger scallion, which is totally fine. I don't want you to like everything. So she had made the tangy spicy mayo to go with the katsu. And they still ate katsu together for dinner, but she just made a quick 10-minute sauce. I was so excited that they used it like that. It was just like, oh yeah, we didn't want that one by itself, so we made something else with it. All right, now we have to roll for the next set. You guys with me? If you guys want to pre-order this and really reach our goal to order everything we need, cookingwithchaos.gg. I can't tell you what our goal is because I don't have my phone, but I know we're only about 40% of the way there. So if you guys want to help us make this come to life, think of it like a Kickstarter. We're going to get these printed as soon as we can. We're finishing recipes today and sending it to the design team that I hired to help us make the really cool looking cards because I can't do this.
And we're going to have a new box.
And we're going to have a new box. That's another big one. This box is a placeholder box because it's too small. I wanted a box big enough to fit 151 cards, and it's supposed to have a flip top, and it's supposed to look really nice. So you're going to get a much better box than what this is, and I'm excited for that. All right, ready, round two? It was about 45 to 50 minutes to do everything while talking and everything like that. So not too bad. Now, we have to pick the other ones. I don't remember who got what. I think we're gonna, spring roll bowl definitely went with corn relish. I'll show you guys this in a second. And pickled onions went, I think, here, and, oh, no, this went here. Okay. So I'm gonna turn these around so you guys can see them in a second. And now we're going to roll these as odds and evens. So this way, if it's just you and your significant other, and you each pick a combination, Rachel and I did this for a date night.
I could come and roll. Do you want me to come roll?
Sure. You want to roll? Okay, cool. So Plain Jane, we're definitely looking at a few options. We might do a pull top. So the other box might be similar to this one. So that way you can look through the cards because we're going to have dividers.
Kind of like...
Yeah, we're going to have dividers and stuff too. Okay. So last time Rachel and I did this, we picked odds and evens. And I'm going to, hopefully you guys can see all the cards. Hopefully it looks good everywhere. But we're just going to say this section of the Korean fried chicken, the peanut sauce, and the pickles. Do you want to say odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay, these are going to be odds. So then the spring roll bowl, the corn relish, and the garlic yogurt sauce is going to be evens. Ladies first. Oh, thank you. So we're rolling for the protein first. Okay. So odds or evens for the protein? Evens.
This happened last time.
It did. So we're going to make the spring roll bowl.
Okay.
Okay.
And now you roll for the sauces.
I roll for the sauces. Hoots. Oh, evens.
Why?
I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. Okay, you roll.
Okay.
Odds or evens?
Odds again.
You're going to go odds again? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let you pick. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're doing pickled onions. That's going to be what we're making for this combination, which means our last combination is determined already. So the last combination is going to be really strange because I've never had this combination before.
I think the peanut sauce will go really well.
I think with the Korean chicken too.
Yeah, and then this is just like a nice fun side.
No, I think this is going to go on the slider.
Can we add something to that to make it like a Mexican Korean fusion?
Kotiha would be really good, like a cheese.
Right, but
because they use a lot of cheese in Korean cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we have played around with this, and you can find your own ways of doing this. When the cards are on their final version, you're going to get the D20 instead. So then you can roll for all of the cards at one time if you really want to. But
or you could use
just use a six-sided dice, which isn't included in the final packs.
Right.
But these are pretty common, so you can just grab a six-sided die. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're okay. Which one do we want to make first? I'll let chat decide, actually. All right, chat. Give me a 1. You ready? Give me a 1 for the Korean fried chicken or 2 for the spring roll bowl. Okay, and I'm just going to look at chat and see what happens. And then I'll let you guys determine what we're making first. We're going to make both, but what you want to see first, because I value your time.
There is a delay.
There is a delay. But yes, okay. So either way, I have a little bit of prep work to do, which is fun. So this, by the end of this live stream, we might get like 3 dishes in just a couple of hours, which is what I want. Remember, these aren't meant to be Michelin star dishes. These aren't meant to be things that will take you hours to make. I want you guys to have pretty great food with the least time investment as possible while still making it at home. Rachel, I see a lot of ones.
I do see a lot of ones.
I see a lot of ones. Everybody's really excited about the Korean fried chicken.
Hey, KT.
So, hi, KT. So maybe we should pull a gotcha and make the spring roll bowl first, because then they have to wait to see. No, I wouldn't do that. All right. We're doing Korean fried chicken with peanut sauce and the corn next. Now, we do have to do these in a little bit of order. I'm going to explain to you why, because again, I've made these. Here's what I encourage you guys to do. Read the recipe before you start cooking. Okay, it makes a big difference. A lot of people will just be like, oh, this looks good, and then they'll start getting stuff, and they'll look at the back and say, oh, but I have to marinate the chicken for 30 minutes. Make sure you read them first. We're going to add times at the bottom in the last iteration of this, but I just want you guys to make sure that that's a thing you do.
Shada Seed said, hey Chef, how are you doing today?
I'm doing as well as I can be because I get to hang out with you beautiful people. So other than this cold that is assaulting my body, I'm doing great. And thank you guys. I'm just happy to be here, to be honest, and being able to share this with you guys.
I wonder if you could make a wild chaos card. This is out of the normal protein sauce veggie cards.
So that's something we've discussed back and forth on. If we could include not necessarily like a wild card, because we're going to have the D20 as a random thing, which we want to do, but we're debating on adding in blank cards. So like 1 or 2 special cards where you can add your recipes to the system. That way they're just included in the base set. So we're trying to play around with how that'll work, because it's actually really difficult to write on these with a Sharpie, because they just don't, they're kind of smudge resistant. So it's a little bit of a pain, but that's something we're actually looking at too, because I want you guys to make these your own. All right. Now with all of the talking out of the way, let's make some Korean fried chicken, shall we? Where is the chicken's over here. Perfect. So now joke's on you guys. Last night, I needed to make the gochujang sauce, which is part of the fried chicken. So the fried chicken, I'll show you guys here. Actually, let's do this guy. The fried chicken has the fried chicken part for the marinade, and then the gochujang sauce that goes with it, and then, of course, all the instructions on the back. And I'll show you guys over here. So the chicken marinade is here. The gochujang is here. So that way you can have both. Admittedly, people loved the gochujang sauce so much that we separated them. So now some cards will have, like in this case, will say the Korean fried chicken part, and then for the sauce, it'll say 4 to 6 ounces gochujang sauce, which is the card you can pull. Make sense? This way, if you don't even want the gochujang sauce, which I think is delicious, you could just dunk it into peanut sauce. Just go for it. But we're going to use 2 sauces for this one. So I have some of my chicken here. I don't need the cornstarch yet. And for this marinade, I did not pull anything for it yet because I was not prepared. Rice vinegar. Oh, that's enough.
I don't know if I'm saying this right, but this is the most elaborate cooking book I've seen. It looks fun.
It is. And it's elaborate in a lot of ways and also very, very easy to use in a lot of ways. So I think that's been the hardest part when describing this to people. Like, oh, they're cards that you can mix and match to make different meals is the best way to describe this, I think. But that's why I want to show you, because it's more show, not tell now. What else do I need? I need ginger and a little bit of rice, salt and pepper.
Are there any dessert combinations, or is it only meals that you traditionally make for lunch/dinner?
For now. So the one pack that I'm really looking forward to is the cupcake pack, because that one is supposed to just be cupcakes, right? And the reason why we went with cupcakes is because I think they're super fun to mix and match. So we're looking at doing 4 to 5 different base cupcakes. So, chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, whatever, 4 to 5 fillings, and then 4 to 5 frostings. And then in this case, the cupcake card will also have a toppings card, I think we had said, where the toppings will just be a list of variety of different toppings you can just buy from the store. I don't expect people, I'm fighting a sneeze so bad right now. I don't expect people to make their own Kit Kats or Reese's or whatever. I wouldn't ask you to because I've done it. It's a lot of work. So instead, we're going to have like a toppings card, which just give you some ideas of what to use. So yes, the cupcake pack I really love also because you can scale it. And what that means is that each cupcake recipe will be enough for a half dozen. And then you could double it for a dozen, and then you could triple it for 18, and so on and so forth. So we're trying to really make it to where if you're making it for just like a game night, you don't have to make a bunch. But if you're making it for your kid's birthday party, maybe you could make 2 different sauces, or I'm sorry, 2 different frostings, 2 different fillings, and 2 different cupcakes, and then maybe make like a cupcake station where you give them each like a bag of piping frosting, and they can just inject it with whatever they want and just have some fun with it.
What about a breakfast something?
Oh, breakfast is my favorite time of the day. So that's something we haven't even discussed.
We were talking about a pancake.
A pancake pack, right? Yeah. Which would be closer to the way the what's it called is the cupcake pack. But I do like the idea of like diner breakfast kind of execution. So write that down. Write that down. That's a great idea. All right, I'm just marinating.
Oh, that was just my question.
Oh, okay, perfect. We're marinating. See, Rachel's on top of this. This is her project just as much as it is mine, and I couldn't do this without her. So thank you. I love you. I appreciate all the help you've done. I'm gonna just let this marinate for about 15 minutes, and we're gonna make everything else.
What's your favorite anime?
Oh God, this question. My favorite anime. God of all time. See, I vary. I still really love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think it's one of the greatest stories ever told in anime. But man, I still say Haikyuu because Haikyuu is just great. Because I can watch Haikyuu all the time. All right, Korean fried chicken is marinating. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I don't have to make the gochujang sauce because it's right here. I made that last night for stuff we were prepping. So that kind of saved me a little bit. That was just cornstarch as well. Now, we should start making the corn relish. Because the peanut sauce is super easy to make. You just put stuff in a bowl, and that we can make anytime. The corn relish, we have to grill the corn, which everything's a mess.
Will the expansions be available as a bundle, individual, or both?
Why not both? We didn't even think of that, but yes, we're going to do both now. We want to bundle things together, so that way if you guys just want to buy everything, you can buy everything. I think bundling, to me, is how I would purchase stuff. For instance, like I love buying Magic the Gathering cards, and I like buying, a pack of boosters with like a commander pack. And I wish they actually bundled stuff together in that regard. So yes, if you guys want bundles, absolutely we'll do bundles at a cheaper price than you would get the individual packs, and maybe even cheaper if you commit to like a year of expansion packs. I would be okay with that, right, Rich? What do you think? So like for all the chaos, at our highest tier, all the chaos, where you get the beautiful wooden box, the D20, everything like that. That one comes with what we call a year of chaos, where you get those. Maybe we can extend it. Yeah, maybe we can extend it. So if that's something you guys are interested in, absolutely. Like, I want this to be for you guys.
Holly, I enjoyed the peanut sauce, but for the peanut sauce, I was considering making it with powdered PB.
I knew that was you. So somebody submitted a survey. We took surveys in from all of our beta testers. We had internal testing, then we had alpha testing, then we had beta testing, and then we have our final release coming. One of the beta testers said, it'd be really cool if I could try it with peanut butter powder to make a lower calorie version. I knew it was my best friend who said that crap. So yes, you can absolutely try it with the lower calorie stuff. And even further, you don't have to add the sugar to the peanut sauce because I use an unsweetened peanut butter. So then I add a little bit of sugar back in. So yes, if you want low calorie version, go for it. I'm going to get rid of this pan that I have leftover egg grease in. That's my bad. I'm a professional.
What about a wild protein? Something like with boar, snake, or protein that people don't normally eat?
That's a great question. I'm making a mess now. So, hold on. Is it going to see me? Hello? Hello? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to come over here so I can start doing this corn. I will say, I would never tell anybody to go get wild game or anything like that, just because of how difficult it can be in a lot of ways. But I would encourage you to absolutely use it if you have it. Does that make sense? I think it's a much better kind of look that way. So when I'm just grilling corn over here and chatting and hanging out. Yes, I'm doing this on the stovetop, but I apologize to all of my friends over there. Yes, I would say it's not our goal to really make it overly difficult, but if you have it, use it, man. Just have some fun with it.
The post is in the way.
Oh, here, I'll just come back.
Okay.
We'll come back. I'll let that cook, and I'll just pay attention to it. So now we can. No, you can just do chat. That's cool. We're juggling today. We got a lot.
Wild cards for wild game.
Yeah. Like that's going to be something we actually talk about in the booklet. So each Cooking with Chaos pack will come with a booklet telling you guys how to use the cards. But in addition to that, some ideas of combinations you can do, some ideas of things you may or may not want to include. It's going to have a full equipment list of common things you might need. And then additionally, it's going to say substitute things. Do whatever you want. Like if you want to use venison instead of chicken or pork or anything like that, go for it. It's going to be attacking me for a little bit, but I'll come right back over.
If you've already pre-ordered,
yeah.
Is there a way to change that pre-order to one of the larger packs, a higher tier?
Oh, that's shoot us a message. Oh, do we have the web? So the website is still super fresh. Shoot us a message with your order number to hello@cookingwithchaos.gg, and we'll get it canceled for you so you can order a new one. I have no way of upgrading it, unfortunately. But yes, hello@cookingwithchaos.gg, and we'll get it taken care of for you. I promise. Today. Ugh, okay, I'm just grabbing a bowl for this corn, and hopefully I don't get assaulted by it. If you do not have like a gas stove, I remember somebody mentioning that they have maybe like an electric griddle for the corn. You can also cut the corn off the cob and then just saute it just for a little bit at a really high heat, and that'll be pretty solid too. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to move.
No, don't move. I'll keep coming back and forth because I'm a Neanderthal. All right, so this one needs 1 minced jalapeno with no seeds.
How many cards do you have currently?
We have 60 cards, which again is the throwback to both Magic the Gathering tournament legal size decks and Pokemon size decks. I grew up playing both games, so for me that was kind of my like homage to it. Oh, you're gonna it's attacking me.
You're gonna destroy my kitchen.
It's my kitchen today. But yes, each initial base set first edition, this is first edition, will come with 60 cards. And then we're also going to be eventually working on base set 2. And you can see the naming convention is very much Pokemon. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on, this is important. So I'm gonna turn this and I'm gonna come back over. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Rachel didn't think that this was okay, but I think it's great. We're going to eventually be at different conventions. I want to do like Emerald City Comic Con and San Diego maybe. But I want to make a banner, okay, for like the top of the thing. You're imagining this? You have the boxes everywhere, and I'm in there just like talking about food, whatever. Maybe we can do, stop it. You're so loud. And I want the banner to say, gotta cook them all, okay, which triggers a lot of people to get them to walk over. But I think it's fantastic, because I want you guys to cook everything. You know what? What do you guys think? Maybe we should include a card checklist in the booklet. Like a little checkbox for each name to say, I've made this, right? And then you're like collecting recipe cards. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I would love your feedback on stuff like that, because I just want this to be fun. I want this to be the least intimidating cooking device you own. All right, jalapenos, done.
Oh, is Cooking with Chaos only available in the US? I'm trying to pre-order, but the site said shipping to Canada is not available.
Yes, so that's a big thing when you're launching a product like this. We could not ship outside of the US yet because of the amount of orders we're potentially getting. So, but if we meet our goal and we raise the 14,000 that we need, then we'll have enough supply to be able to ship to Canada as well. And then we also want to ship to the UK. So if if you guys are in the US and you want to hook up your friends abroad, that's the way to do it. And we would really appreciate it. It's, it's just sharing everything. All right, little onion. Gonna do how much onion do I need for this? 1/2 a red onion. So we're just gonna do a little bit. I'm not even gonna peel this one. This is going in here. And I'm gonna deal with that later. And again, for those of you who are joining us, I'm making random combinations of recipes to see what they taste like, because I don't know what every flavor in the world is, and I don't think anyone does.
We need a Blue Lock series.
Blue Lock series?
Didn't we already do a Blue Lock video?
I just did a Blue Lock video, see? Maybe if you hit the bell notification, you would know when I release a Blue Lock video.
Wow.
Wow, called him out. RIP. I'm just gonna cut this up real quick. So this is gonna be for the corn relish, which is this card that I'm working on. This is the side that we randomized. Rachel, which one did you win? You won the corn relish, right? I won the peanut sauce.
Yes. I don't
Yes.
remember.
The corn relish is one of my favorites. I just eat it with a spoon. Legitimately just eat this with a spoon.
What's the favorite brand of knives that you use?
Oh, so I kind of go back and forth. I think I love Steelport, which is this one, because they're local here to Oregon. They do such a great job. They're artisan. They hold up amazingly well. They sharp easily and they hold their edge really well. Stop it. But hold on. I'm gonna finish that thought. But the big thing with them is that they are a little expensive. So this knife retail for this chef knife, it's beautiful, is about $400, I think, or $450. And they admittedly they did gift it to me, so that was really sweet of them. Otherwise, I love. I don't even have that knife anymore. I gifted it to. Do you guys know Emi Richu? I gifted her my misono. But I have this brand, which is the Misono UX10 line. So this one is one of the brands that was recommended to me by a chef in culinary school. And those average like $200 to $250 per knife, which is a lot more reasonable. Oh God, I just got assaulted. This knife is my Nenox, and I use this for very special occasions because this was like $1,000 at the time. So I don't use this too often because I like to just, when you're really getting into it. So I would say Misono is great knives. Also, my friend Brian Lagerstrom just released his own knife. So if you want to go check that out, I think his chef knife starts at $100, and I trust him. So hopefully, maybe that'll set you right for a little while. All right, 2 ears of corn are done. We need this whole bunch of cilantro.
Okay, so from Alex, Chef, I like the idea of a checklist card or checklist packet. What are the odds of making some boxes or my thought inserts with something like needs cooking or already cooked in the box?
Wait, can you repeat that?
So basically making a portion in the box for already cooked.
Oh, like a divider.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. So the final iteration, we're trying to price out dividers. So you might just get a couple of different dividers. And if you want to separate those, you can that way. I know for sure the limited edition, my nose is acting up. The limited edition wooden box that's still available for pre-order. Remember, after this pre-order window, I don't know if I can supply these because they're hard to make. These boxes will come with acrylic dividers inside so you can separate proteins, sauces, and sides. And then if you want, you can add another divider for finished cards. So that's a great idea too.
What was the name of your creator that makes knives?
Brian, Brian, Lagerstrom, however that's spelled. I can only spell Brian. Okay. Oh, this corn is done.
Oh, I don't have my phone to look it up.
It's lager, like a beer, like a lager.
Oh.
and then Strom. So like his family spelled storm incorrectly. Lagerstrom. He just released it yesterday. Like I said, I trust him. He's been a chef for a long time. I think longer than me. So if he's put out a knife, I trust it. Plus, you're supporting another creator, which I think is really cool. I won't make a knife. I know people have asked me because I've been spending 3 years making these. I'm more excited about this. Admittedly, I don't know if I would ever have my own knife because I love knife makers and they have skills beyond me. And so instead, I'd rather support them and then make something that they can't make.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. All right, I'm just chopping up this. I'm losing space on my cutting board because I'm working very poorly right now. But you know, it's okay. I don't live stream. You guys should see it when I'm actually filming videos, how much pickup and cleanup is in between each shot, where now I'm like, oh, we can't, we can't do that. All right, cilantro, done. If you don't like cilantro, I don't know, man. I would say maybe try parsley, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Or just exclude it, yeah. Okay, cilantro is chopped. Corn relish is almost there. Oh, you know what I also have to do? I'm gonna have to heat up oil, but I wanna use the wok, so I'm gonna have to drain the oil that was in it. Just thinking ahead.
Do you need help?
Nah, it's fine. Okay.
Wait, there was a question. So how much should a home cook spend on a knife, and what 3 knives should every home cook have on hand?
Fantastic question. Okay, so the first question is, if you're cooking 1 to 2 days a week, personally, I think that's justification enough to buy a nice knife. Not like this, not $400, $500, right? This is professional grade. I would say $100 for a chef knife, okay, that you can potentially sharpen. That's great. Sorry, I just put a clove of garlic in here and I did not show you guys.
Shannon, great question. I have horrible knives.
So that, I also strongly recommend, so a chef knife for about $100 goes a long way. Do not buy ceramic. They can break if you're not careful with them. And I do not recommend you buy a ceramic knife, honestly, ever. Like they're okay maybe for pastry, but just don't do that. So chef knife. And then a paring knife. I love this thing. This is one of my favorite knives, and I actually travel with it. This thing is about 3.5 to 4 inches long, and it's great for doing little things. So a paring knife is great. Those 2 knives are the only knives you need. You can also buy, if you can buy like a cheapy bread knife if you really want a serrated knife to cut bread or certain things, but these are like $20, so it's nothing really. Other than that, when you're looking at stuff like this is I believe it's pronounced tsukuji, and it's a sashimi knife. This is like a $600 knife. I very rarely use it, but it was gifted to me, and I love it. It's still one of my favorites.
I don't touch that knife.
Rachel doesn't touch this. If you want to go even further, love me a meat cleaver. Okay, this thing was also gifted. I love you guys who send me this stuff. This is by JB Bladeworks here on YouTube. And if you want a really fun, versatile knife, this thing the cleavers are great.
JB Bladeworks?
Yes. But honestly, a serrated knife, an 8-inch chef knife, and a 3.5 to 4-inch paring knife, and you're good to go. Okay, to this, I'm going to add cumin and black pepper. Then we need lemon, 1 lemon juiced, which I have this handy dandy lemon juicer. So hopefully that was a decent answer to your question about knives. A good knife will last you a decade if you take care of it. I believe so. Also, with recipes like this, if you want more citrus, add more citrus. Like Rachel would probably taste this and be like, I want more lemon. Just put more lemon in it. Make this how you want to make it. This is also going to get rice vinegar. What is this? This is rice vinegar. 2 ounces of rice vinegar. I prepped all this at like 9 a.m. I apologize. For those of you who are joining us, do we have new people in chat? Probably, because we've been streaming for about, I think this is the longest I've streamed. Almost 2 hours. Let's go.
So what are these cards?
Rachel, do you want to explain Cooking with Chaos, or do you want me to? I can just keep going.
Words are hard.
Okay. So Cooking with Chaos is my Okay, I'm gonna actually not do that until I tell you about the corn. The corn is grilled. That's what it looks like. Okay, a little bit of charring on there. Yeah, nice, beautiful. I'm gonna cut it, maybe not in here because the bowl is very deep and I don't wanna hurt my knife. So I'm just gonna cut it on the cutting board. Alternatively, you can cut it in a pan or something like that, but I'm just gonna be somewhat careful. Okay, Cooking with Chaos is a way for me to create an infinite recipe card system. What that really means is in the pack of 60 different recipes, you're going to get proteins, sauces, and sides. You can then mix and match those proteins, sauces, and sides to make brand new meals every single time. You also can use them individually. So if you have a really good brisket that you made, which I do not have a brisket card, and you want a side to go with it, you can save these for corn stock as well. And you want a side to go with it, just pick up a side card, make that. Or maybe you want a fun sauce to go with some leftovers that you had, from the restaurant you just went to. Grab a sauce card. If you and your family are making dinner, you can each pick one or two things that are a bit different and mix and match at the dinner table. Honestly, I want this to be as much fun for you as possible and as much fun as it was for me to make. It's been a labor of love doing all of this, and honestly, I really appreciate you guys allowing me to make this for you. I wouldn't have done this without all of the creativity that I've seen from you guys and my fellow creators over the years. So this to me is it. Like I want this to last for 10 to 15 years or more, where we can do expansion packs and we can involve the community. Maybe we'll have like a Cooking with Chaos combo competition or something, which we're actually doing for various tags and stuff like that. So we can take this much, much higher for those of you who love One Piece.
Do you or will you have a video on gear that a beginner should get to start learning how to cook?
Yep. So with Cooking with Chaos, we're going to include various videos that'll help you get started, which is something very unique to creators, right? Like we can share these videos with you and have them be high quality enough. Sorry, I'm just putting my corn into this bowl. It doesn't look like I'm like dropping it on the floor. We're gonna make videos to showcase what you guys might need as a beginner. For just as a regular video, I think there's a lot of resources to get that information. And one of them, again, is Brian Lagerstrom. He's fantastic. And also Ethan Chablowski, who Ethan submitted a recipe to these cards. Ethan, if you're watching, I don't think you are because you're always busy. I appreciate you. But yes, you don't need a lot in the kitchen to start cooking. All right, corn is in. How does this corn taste today? It's the fall, so still pretty sweet. Okay.
What material are the cards going to be made of? And what should we use to protect them? Like laminate, card sleeves?
So that was a great question. We went back and forth on whether or not we should offer card sleeves because these are the size of tarot cards. You can actually buy sleeves on Amazon and you could sleeve these cards up and put them back in your box. We definitely thought about that aspect of it. However, these are protected by a UV glossy coating. So I'll show you guys again. For those of you who are new in the chat, I'm gonna get a little bit of water and I put a little bit of water on top of this. And you can see it kind of moves freely. So that way, if you get some liquid of some kind on it, you can just do one of those and then you just wipe it off and you're pretty good to go. It doesn't smudge very easily at all. So we did try to think about, this is going to be in the kitchen. People are going to grab it with their hands. It doesn't, it's actually hard to write Sharpie on. We tried taking notes directly on the card with Sharpie and it wouldn't work because the card had such a good gloss to it. So hopefully that helps answer some of those questions. All right, what else? Lemon is in there, vinegar is in there, garlic is in there. Everything is in here except for salt and black pepper. Nice. 1 to 2 teaspoons.
What about restaurant hack cards in each box to help people get along better along the way?
That could be fun. So maybe a style of, maybe not in the expansions, but maybe something we just include down the line, like a little token card that says try this, method or something like that. That's a great idea. I don't know if we could do that for the initial release, but that's definitely something I like. So let those ideas keep coming, guys. If this is stuff that you guys want to see, I'm super happy to try to facilitate. All right, black pepper. Then give this a mix.
Maybe have a card stand in the future.
Yeah, that's something we're trying to source as well. A little wooden card stand where you could put all 3 cards in front of you, or even just a singular card to see what you're working on, because I just put them on my cutting board. But if this is in front of people, I thought that was a great idea. So yes, great minds think alike. Thank you.
I love this idea. I might have to get it and adapt some of the cards to be gluten-free.
I think a lot of our recipes are gluten-free or can be made gluten-free. So for instance, this, which one is this? This one has no gluten, which is the corn, which is nice. The corn relish. The Korean fried chicken uses cornstarch, not flour. So that one's gluten-free as well. The creamy peanut sauce does have soy sauce in it, but you could substitute aminos instead. And that's the only gluten in it. So quite a bit of our cards can be adapted to be gluten-free. So I think you would have a lot of success there, to be honest.
What if you 3D printed a card stand?
I want them made out of wood. Sorry. That's really good. This is what my corn looks like. Hopefully you can see that okay. But it's nice and bright. Love that. This is so good. This can just sit over here. The reason why I wouldn't 3D print a stand is because 3D prints are porous. And so that can be an issue where wood is porous, but it holds up better in the kitchen, especially when it's sealed. All right, corn relish card, done. I guess just put this back in the box. See, when you're done with the recipe, just put it, which box is it? I have too many boxes now. Bam, done. Oh, I'll probably need this to show you guys later, the combo. All right, now I'm going to get my oil ready to deep fry the chicken. So I'm gonna come grab this real quick. What?
Have you ever thought about having signature cards from friends' dishes?
Yeah, so I know you probably just popped into chat, but some of my creator friends did submit cards to this, and that's as far as we've gotten. So Onigiri has submitted a card. Ethan Chablowski has submitted a card. Made with Lao have submitted cards. I think it was just those. Oh, and Jason Framer, Framer. Jason Framer has submitted a card.
You said onigiri.
Yeah. So 4 of my creator friends have submitted cards, which is awesome. But what I also want to do is grab the oil and then tell you about the community pack if you weren't here for that. Eventually, I want to host like a Cooking with Chaos competition. So that way you guys can submit your recipes to potentially be in a future expansion pack. And we're going to call it the community pack. We're going to be able to just make your guys' recipes into cards and you're going to have your name on there. I think that's going to be super fun. All right, I'm just going to heat up this oil a little bit.
Can you air fry the chicken instead of deep frying it?
If you air fry the chicken, do not use cornstarch. You're going to want to use a breadcrumb. Cornstarch gets really weird in the air fryer, so that's kind of an issue. It just kind of dries it out and doesn't get it crispy. So in this case, though, I'm using the cornstarch instead. Even flour gets a little weird in the air fryer. Then I'm just making sure I got everything. Okay, cool. So now I just dump this cornstarch on here.
So if I used my math correctly, 60-card deck has close to 1 million combinations of dishes.
That's amazing. I had no clue.
I don't know.
It might be. I mean, I trust it.
I didn't get my math right. But
Hey,
still.
1 million recipes in Cooking with Chaos. 1 million. I'm down. That sounds great to me. I'm sure. I mean, the other thing we were playing around with, Rachel thinks is weird, okay, you guys might not, is actually combining certain sauces together. So we made what I call the thick red sauce. Sounds really sus. But the thick red sauce is my take on Domino's / Pizza Hut red sauce, like the dipping kind. It's like, okay, you can take this, you can thin it out, use it for pasta, whatever, use it on pizza, use it on a sandwich. We ended up making open-faced sandwiches with it the other day. Or you could take part of the red sauce and add some citrus crema to it, and now you have like a creamy red sauce that you could use for ravioli or whatever. Like, so there might be more combinations than even I have thought of yet, and that's where I need you to figure them out for me, because I just don't know. Like, I haven't tried all of these together yet. Before I mess around with the chicken while that's heating up, I'm going to start the peanut sauce, which is over here.
This is cool. You could just make the box that holds the chaos cards flip up and have a notch or a fold that folds your cards while you're cooking.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. We'll see if we can source something like that.
Maybe restate what I said in case somebody didn't hear me.
Okay, so someone had mentioned maybe trying to include a stand in the flip up top part of the box. So this way you can just lodge the cards in there. That's a great idea. I'll see if we can source that. I don't know if we could do it for the first run, but maybe in the future. So that way, if you get base set 2, maybe you'll get the better box. But yes, we're always open to feedback like that. I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna put this steak in the oven, so this way Gandalf doesn't try to eat it. And I need a small bowl for the peanut sauce.
Is there going to be a bonus pack to augment or transform main dishes like the transforming rice twists from Food Wars?
So a bonus pack to augment main dishes.
I think it's kind of however you want to.
Yeah.
Change them.
So we do have a section on each card called Go on an Adventure, which does kind of treat it that way, where you can adjust the main dish from what it says on the card directly. So what it says on, you know, this part of it or the back or whatever. And then down here, I'm going to show this to everyone. So down here, if you want to hold that one up, Rach, you have something called Go on an Adventure. And so in this case, for the corn relish, the Go on an Adventure says, add diced avocado for a creamy texture or crushed instant ramen for a crispy texture. That's stuff we're adding, so it gives you an idea of what you can do to augment the original dish. Okay, so to this peanut butter, a little bit of sugar, there's like a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And this is only because I'm using unsweetened. Then this is soy sauce and sesame seeds. Someone mentioned earlier about gluten-free. Again, you can use like coconut aminos here instead. And yes, Nick, you can use peanut butter powder instead. I'm just going to mix this together. This sauce is so simple. The one thing is I just heated up a little bit of hot water. So this way, if I need to thin this out, I can. And that's what it says on the card, is like add hot water as needed, just to get it a nice like creamy texture. Then we're going to take 1 clove of garlic into this. Press this down. Garlic is in. If you want more garlic, add more garlic. If you want more ginger, this is ginger, add more ginger. Oh yeah. Okay, that's ready to go.
How are the categories broken down? 20 main, 20 side, 20 sauces?
Exactly. So the categories are broken down as 20 mains, 20 proteins, 20 sauces, and 20 sides. The reason for this is that if you go to like a fancy steakhouse, you can buy like a steak a la carte, you can buy a side a la carte, and you can pick a sauce to go with those things. So we kind of treated it that way. Now, the reason why we went with 20, 20, and 20, excuse me, I'm gonna grab this water. The reason why we went with 20, 20, and 20 is because each card will have a number 1 through 20 on the top here of the card. That way, each protein will have 1 through 20. Each side will have 1 through 20, and each sauce will have 1 through 20. If you really don't know what to make, or you want to go on a super fun adventure, you can just roll a d20. D20 is a 20-sided dice, and just pull the card that it tells you to pull based on that roll. So yes, that's the reason why for first edition we went with 20, 20, and 20. I'm just adding a little bit of hot water here, stirring this because I want this to be a little more loose than it is. But also I have a very interesting thought of how I'm going to use this too. I think this is going to be like a spread on the fried chicken. And we're going to make this, I mentioned earlier, we're going to make this into a slider.
So what are we making again?
So right now, according to the chaos roll that we drafted for Rachel and I, of picking odds and evens of 6 cards earlier, the cards we're making right now are Korean fried chicken with the corn slaw and the peanut sauce, which I'm literally making right now. I don't know why I looked at that. So this is the combination that we're making right now. Earlier, we did a different combination, and then later on, we're going to make the last combination. So this is done, and I think my oil should be almost there. give this a quick taste. That's good. I think I'm gonna add a little more water. Okay.
Will each additional like pack, will it all be like 60 cards every time, or will
For
it be,
expansion packs?
yeah, so like 20 protein, 20 sauce, 20 side for like every other additional?
No, because we treat them as expansion packs, they're not going to be as big as the base set. And that kind of follows the rule of thumb of most card types, where like Magic and things like that.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, and so you're never, the base set is always going to be the biggest set. So when we eventually do base set 2, we will have 60 cards in base set 2. Each expansion is kind of going to be determined by beta testing, but my goal is to have between 20 and 30 cards per expansion. So it'll be about half the size of the base set, but it's also going to be cheaper. So there's something, you know, for that there. We don't want it to be the same price every time. We want it to actually treat it like an expansion. All right, guys, I think it's time to fry up some chicken. Let's do this. Any more questions, please keep asking. Love to hear it. Also, again, I haven't mentioned it in a bit. cookingwithchaos.gg. Pre-order it right now. Help us reach our goal of getting these things made and getting these things printed. Our goal is to get these shipped to you as soon as we can. But again, it's going to be a little bit of time because we're treating it like a Kickstarter. So if you want to see that come to life, if you want to see this happen, head over to cookingwithchaos.gg. Pre-order right now. You get a free gift. You get 3 free expansion cards with every order. Every order.
What about packs based on the season?
That's a decent idea. I think based on the season could be fun, but I think it does limit it quite a bit. So the ideas we're thinking of are, where did I put my stove? The ideas that we're really thinking of are themed ideas. So like the pancake pack, the rice bowl pack, because seasons can vary even within regions. So if you're in Southern California, you might not get the same fall produce as, you know, we do here. So that is something we've talked about. And I think instead we're going to really focus on making packs that are themed. And one of my goals, this is why I want this to be so big. I really, 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 really want to do themed packs based on different fandoms. One Piece, Food Wars, Marvel, whatever. That's a huge goal of mine. And I think we could get there. You know, I think it'd be super fun to have like a One Piece pack where it's a bunch of food that Sanji would make, but it's in the same style as the cards, where you can mix and match stuff. That's my huge goal right now too. But in the meantime, we can do what we can do, and we can make fun packs to add to this. All right, I'm gonna just mix up this cornstarch with this chicken while Rachel's telling me questions.
Hannah, hi, big fan, been watching you for years.
Oh, thank you so much. Welcome back, or welcome in, I should say.
Kay says rice pack would be an awesome idea. Marvel.
Yeah, I think both of those ideas would be super fun.
Hi, Kay.
Hi, Kay. I think a big one for me is the rice bowl pack, because I'm like, how interesting would it be to make a risotto as the rice card? I'm gonna start dropping this in. Oh yes. It might be a little bit too warm. I'm gonna turn this down, but I'm gonna add the chicken in so it cools down by itself. Imagine making a risotto and then saying, you know what? I'm gonna try it with Japanese teriyaki beef, like for a gyudon. You know what? Just go for it, man. I'm not gonna hold you back. You do you. All right, again, I'm probably just gonna drop all of this because there's not too much in here. So this was just rolled in cornstarch. I know we've had a few people ask about gluten-free. Again, this is gluten-free. So you could definitely have this style of chicken. If you marinate it in soy sauce or whatever, you can also do that too, but then it doesn't become gluten-free, so just keep that in mind. Okay, get this in there, and I'm probably gonna do just for a few minutes until they're nice and golden. So this recipe in particular is listed, I think we have this at a 3-star difficulty, because frying at home is something a lot of people don't do. So keep that in mind. Like we're trying to think of, you know, how intimidating would this be to deep fry food at home. I definitely didn't have enough oil in here, so I will see the repercussions of that, but I think it'll be okay. For those of you who are just joining us, I've combined the Korean fried chicken with the corn relish and the peanut sauce to make something completely different. Oh no, the fire turned off. So hopefully this is going to taste good. I think it's going to. There's no way that these flavors don't taste good together.
Love the fusion potential. It makes it easier to go pulse in on mixing rather than stressing on what won't work well together.
Yeah, and a big thing that I tried to do when I developed this is really keep the user, who is you or me, in mind of, if I don't like this combination of this sauce and this protein, it's not a lot of time you've spent, and hopefully not a lot of money and ingredients, because even if you've just made the peanut sauce, which is this one, it's a relatively cheap sauce. If you don't like it with this, you can still use the peanut sauce on something else. So that it's not like making a full dish that you just don't like and then it goes to waste. There's a, to me, each has its place, but this is how I cook. This is the best way for me to show you how I cook, where I look in the fridge and I see what I have. In this case, I look at the cards and I see what I want in the moment. And because of the form factor, you can just flip through them very quickly. You don't have to open up a book. You don't have to really look through any of your recipes. You can just pop open the cards and see what looks good. Hand cards to your friends or family and let them pick too.
Chef, as a uni student who's about to graduate, I wish there was an easy way to make bentos. What about a bento pack for the uni students and workers?
Yeah.
That was my idea too.
Yeah, Rachel had a bento idea.
No, a college
Oh,
pack.
college pack, yeah. So what I'm actually thinking about doing instead of a uni pack is incorporating the bento thought process in the rice bowl pack instead of like how to pack these for a bento. And it'll just be a small card. Our neighbor just started his very loud truck, but I mean, you probably can't hear it over deep fryer.
Ooh, peanut sauce on noodles.
Yes. So there's a tangy ramen slaw card that is fantastic, that has ramen, like raw ramen noodles, like the instant ramen in there. And you could drizzle some of the peanut sauce onto that ramen and it's ridiculously savory. It's so nice. All right, what does this chicken say? How long am I frying this? So, yep. So we're gonna fry twice. So this should be pretty close.
Kay also said that they used the garlic sauce on pizza the next day.
Okay.
And the pickled red onions are a constant addition to everything we have now. We just have a jar of them in the fridge.
Nice. So Kay was one of our beta testers, and she had said that they put the garlic yogurt sauce on leftover pizza or fresh pizza from the... Do it, man. Just have fun with it. Like, if you drizzle a little bit on your pizza and you actually don't like it, then just don't do it again. It's totally fine. All right, I'm going to pull this so I can crank up the heat, and we're going to double fry. If I can find a thing to put these on. Well, if you guys like this and you guys want to see this come to life, cookingwithchaos.gg.
What are we cooking?
I am making Korean fried chicken with corn relish, roasted corn relish, and a peanut sauce. These 3 cards were picked by 3 of my creator friends, and then we roll the dice to see which combination of those cards we were going to bring together. So now I'm frying up this chicken. I'm gonna actually crank the heat up just a little bit now. Get this nice and hot, and then we're gonna double fry in just a minute. I'm gonna clean up my station a little bit though. This is a mess. Do you know what this feels like? This feels like one of my feast videos that I've been trying to do. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Miss Vanna. Oh, maybe I'll keep those. Okay. I don't need the oil anymore. Thank you. Yeah.
What is this? What are
What?
these things?
I have no responses. Just put them in the pile of the dishes. I'll do the dishes later. I promise. All right. This feels pretty hot. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping this back in. It doesn't need to go too long. I'm trying to read chat. Quick question. Why the egg cart on top of the fridge? This prevents Gandalf from jumping up here because he's a monster. Is Rachel, you eat the steak. The steak's in the oven. Yeah, we have leftover steak. All right, guys, time to double fry this while Rachel feeds herself because I don't feed my employees.
Yeah.
She says that. Oh, she gets fed. Don't let her fool you. Oh, yes. Oh, it's going to be so good. Ah! Ow!
Have you considered using tongs or super long chopsticks like this when you fry stuff at home?
Have I? I always use these.
No, like for people who aren't used to fry.
Oh, I would use tongs. Don't use chopsticks. It's a little harder to use, to be honest. I just like it. I worked as a tempura chef in a restaurant for about a year. And so I had to learn how to use chopsticks for a lot of the deep frying that I did. It was so much fried food, man. I can't see chat. But yes, tongs I would recommend first. Just don't be super aggressive with tongs in the oil, right? You want to take the tongs and you will put them in the oil first and then grab very gently. Because if you grab too quickly, you have a chance of splashing that oil back up to you.
If one were to get all the chaos bundle, do we decide what 4 steps to get, or is that just the luck of the draw?
It is going to actually be determined on what sets we finish first. So we're planning on multiple sets, but everyone will get the same sets when they release.
Once per quarter.
Once per quarter, yes. So everyone will be getting the same sets, the same cards. There won't be any randomization. And this was something that I spoke with a friend of mine who is the principal designer for Magic the Gathering. And he asked me if we were going to be doing any randomization, and I said no. And the big reason, except for foil cards, which we might do as a limited edition thing, the reason is because I want everyone to have the same opportunity to cook everything. That's very important to me.
Any pointers for a gluttonous cat who tries to eat whatever you cook?
Lock them in the bathroom until you're done eating. Oh, see, I just got a bunch of oil on here and it just wiped off. Okay. I'm actually surprised. All right, this chicken is looking pretty nice.
Follower from Germany is asking if we're shipping outside the U.S.
Not yet. The goal is to order enough units to where we can hire a company to help us ship outside of the U.S. so it's much cheaper for you guys. I know that shipping costs are pretty insane going outside of the U.S. So if we can prove to this supplier that like, hey, we have enough people interested, they'll help us. All right, I'm just gonna start pulling this chicken. Looks pretty great. Whoa, whoa.
Somebody also added White Raven with tongs. You can't hold the end facing up once you're done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't do that. I don't know what you're saying.
You have to re-say what I say.
Raven had said, do not hold the tongs up when you grab food. It's out of a deep fryer. That's how you run into trouble. Because the oil will run down your arm. I've had it happen. All right. Chicken. Done. So satisfying. All right.
I made a beef Wellington the other week. It was good, but the puff pastry seemed to be leaking or melting a lot of butter when cooked. Is that normal?
I would assume so, but honestly, I haven't made a beef Wellington since culinary school, so I can't really speak on it. The only thing I could think of is the temperature of the oven may have been wrong. So if your oven temp is wrong, then it'll leach the fats from the butter before it has a chance to puff up. It's really important. All right. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, yes.
Are there any notes for allergies or people who have extreme dislikes for specific ingredients?
Sorry, I was really hot. We haven't done any allergy stuff on the cards yet. If that's something that's really important, we could try to fit it in. My thought is you can definitely read each ingredient very easily on the card. We did a little test where we put little symbols for allergens, and we thought that was actually harder than just looking at the card because there's so few ingredients for each recipe. So you can just see it and see that there's soy sauce in it, if that makes sense. Oh, I got oil all over my laptop. That's okay.
Good job.
I know. What are you going to do? Oh, there's oil everywhere. Oh, this is going to be fun to clean. Okay. Let me just clean up real quick, and then we're going to finish this combination. Then we have one last combination after this. All right. Get this out of the way. So like I mentioned earlier, I had my gochujang sauce ready. So I'm just going to warm this up in the microwave. This is what it looks like. It's nice and thick and delicious and spicy. I love this thing. Gochujang is a nice chili kind of paste from South Korea. We added some ketchup to there. There's some garlic and ginger, and it's one of my favorites. And again, we had removed it from the chicken itself and instead made it its own standalone card because people were like, why can't I have this with the other recipes you have? And I thought that was a great idea. So we adjusted. All right, I'm going to nuke this for like 30 seconds.
G-Man says hi.
Hello. All right, 1 minute, power level. Okay, I mentioned earlier we're going to be having this as a slider. So we could have it a couple of ways. We could absolutely take a plate, and plate this sucker up. So do you guys want to see both again when I plate up? Let me know. Do you guys want to see just these 3 cards and a slider? I think we should do both just to show you both. So I'm going to take some of this beautiful corn relish. Oh, these flavors are going to be so nice together.
Will we have like a list of our favorite pairings in like the booklet that comes with the cards?
So we're including some of our favorite pairings from Rachel and I, and we're including some of the favorite pairings from our beta testers. So that way you have a little bit of both worlds on there. I'm going to add a little more water to this so I can drizzle it too. And then we got to toss the chicken in the gochujang.
Were you going to do a slider?
Yes, I'm going to do both.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing both so you guys can see how delicious this is. So my thought is because I technically am using 2 sauces for this one recipe. So the creaminess of this peanut butter sauce is going to contrast with the spicy sweet of the gochujang. Oh, do you want a slider? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm getting them for you.
Thank you. So to make this easy, take this beautiful fried chicken. Look at that. Look at nice and golden. I love this style of fried chicken so much. I'm just going to dip it straight in. Oh my God, this is so nice. Hold on, I need to get some chopsticks to pull this out. Okay, look at this chicken. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this chicken. We're gonna put this right on top. Let's do another piece. Get 2 pieces of chicken. I actually cut this recipe in half. This makes quite a lot more chicken, so if you want to make the full recipe, you can. Dear Lord, that looks so good. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of this peanut sauce.
Do you have 1 or 2 cats?
We have 2 cats. I'm going to take a little bit of the peanut sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle it right on top, just a little bit. Or you could just dip it. Do a little double sauce dip.
Dirty dipper.
That looks so good. That looks so good, right? Like double sauces. You can see that. I'm going to hold it up here first. There's a double sauce Korean fried chicken. And then here you go for you guys. And for you guys. A little bit up. Here you go. Here, I'll even get this a little bit bigger. on, look at double sauced chicken. Oh, I'm so excited to eat this one. All right, we need this one. Okay. How many people in the recipe on one card? So each card is going to be slightly different. We're actually going to have serving portions on each card. So it'll have like 5 to 7 portions or whatever it might be per card. And then we're also going to have serving sizes along with the macronutrients per recipe. So that way you have all of the information you need. We're going to do chicken first this time.
Nick is on TikTok now?
Don't follow me on TikTok, bro. I'm going to take the chicken, put it right here onto the slider. This looks so dumb. It's so good. Then a little bit of peanut right on top. Now this is where it's going to get messy, but that's okay. It's what we're here for.
Oh, wait. I have an idea.
Do you want to put the miso cucumber on too? My sauce is dripping. What are you doing? It's not gonna work in there.
That's not gonna fit?
No, it's gonna fall. Good call. I'm gonna take some of the corn slaw or corn relish, put that right on top. Now, we've made this into an ultimate slider. Look at this. Oh, can I? Oh, please don't drip on the laptop. Oh, okay, there it is. We got that. Okay, here it is. I'm just gonna dig in. Here you go, guys. Cheers. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I can already taste. My mouth is watering. Cheers. Oh. My soul has left my body. Oh my God. Rachel, you have to try this. Come here. You have to try this. This is so good. And remember, this combination was random. We did not pick this combination. It's hot. Be careful, but is that stupid?
Oh, that's good.
That's so good. Oh my God. I'm not exaggerating. Rachel would tell you, she'd be like, because she doesn't like the same things I like, but oh my God. That's so good. Okay, we're gonna try.
Or make a taco?
Oh, make it a Korean fried taco.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna try the chicken by itself with the double sauce. It's so good. But now the corn has sauce on it. We have to determine whether or not this tastes good with double sauces on the corn. So I have gochujang and peanut sauce. Even that's good. Rachel, come back. Here, I'm gonna get you a little bit of, just a little. Oh, here. This one has some sauce on it.
What's going on?
Here. It tastes like a barbecued corn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, remove this from
That's
me.
good.
Do you want it? Eat it. Here, this is mine though. No, you know what? Here, I'm gonna eat the chicken. Okay, go. Go. Huh. I cannot explain to you how much I love that combination now. Maybe we put that in the booklet. Yeah. See, guys, not to say how much I love this whole system, but I love this whole system. I don't know if I would have tried that anytime soon.
It just shows you can use more than one
Yeah.
type of card.
Yeah, use more than one type of card if you want to. You know, try 2 different sauces together, or 2 different proteins or sides or whatever. Like, dude, that's good. That's just genuinely, like, I would serve that in a restaurant. Yeah, I would for sure serve that up. Okay. Whew. I transcended. Oh, I transcended on that one. That was so good. All right, guys. Now that we've made a full mess, we've completed 2 combinations. I'm trying to clean up just a little bit. That combination was fantastic. And remember, It's a protein, a sauce, and a side. In this case, it was 2 sauces because we separated the gochujang. And this was, you have to try this combo. Even if you just follow this video and make this combo, just do that. It's so, life-changing flavors. Okay, that was awesome. Now, we have one more combination to make. And this one has been determined by the gods of the dice. It is this one. Spring roll bowl, garlic sauce, and the onions. So I'm going to show everybody what we're making next. You have the spring roll bowl, the garlic sauce, and the pickled onions, which is Kay's favorite, the pickled onions. So you have those there. Those 3 cards are what is what being made next into a combination. Guys, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here so far. We've been streaming for a couple of hours, and honestly, I just want to say thank you again for joining me on a Sunday at 1:30 my time, and for spending the little afternoon and morning with me. If you guys want to pick up Cooking with Chaos, my brand new infinite recipe card system, 60 unique cards. I don't know where my other cards are. It's not that one. That's the alpha test cards. If you want to pick up 60 unique cards that you can mix and match to make different combinations like we just made, right? The Korean fried chicken with the corn relish and the peanut sauce and the gochujang, and like my taste buds have left my body in search of a new body because my current body has died from how good that was. My taste buds are leaving me. That I was so good. Okay, pick up a pack of this. Help us make this come true, so that way we can get it shipped worldwide. Expansion packs are coming. Get yourself all the chaos. If you guys really want to go all in and enjoy all the chaos, you can pick up the limited edition wooden box that'll hold more than 150 cards, 151 cards for those of you who are cheeky and know what that means. You can add expansion packs to this. We're going to have dividers for it. You're also going to get a custom resin D20 that comes with this, so you can roll to see what you want to make. Cookingwithchaos.gg. Thank you guys. Okay. You guys ready for the last one? Let me finish my cold coffee now. I should probably drink water. Oh. Yes, the NDA is lifted. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Andrew was one of our beta testers, and I think he made nothing but meatballs. But shout out to you for... I'm going to give you so much crap about that. We have a meatball card that was fantastic, and we've even improved on it. Okay. Spring roll bowl. Let's actually make the garlic yogurt sauce first, because it's super easy. We're going to dial it back just a second, make that real quick, because just like Kay, I have these onions from the pickled onion card.
Always
right here.
in our fridge.
Always in our fridge. This is from my friend Ethan Shablowski. His name is on this card. And he has a video with like 4 million views on pickled onions, and it's this recipe. And he's like, Paul, go for it. Ethan, please don't charge me royalties, but I'll buy you a beer. You know, we're cool. We're cool. I love you, buddy. Thank you for submitting this recipe. All right.
Andrew, I made more meatballs.
Okay, so we're gonna.
More than meatballs.
He did. Okay, so we're gonna make the garlic yogurt sauce, which is I think a house favorite, right, Rach? You would say. This one is super simple. This one is.
The tzatziki?
Yeah, I like the garlic yogurt sauce because it's a little more versatile than tzatziki. But both are very good. This one, I think, is what Kay had mentioned she had used for pizza the other day. So this one I use on eggs. I've used on pizza. I've used on sandwiches. It would probably go really well on the corn relish we just made too, to be honest. And you know what? Maybe after this combo, we combine more combos. We have everything out. We can start tasting things together.
I just ate all of the fried chicken.
Did you really?
Wait, is there more?
Yeah, there's.
Okay.
Okay, we can combination more combinations. Hell yeah, that's sick. All right, let's do this.
Real quick, how do you reheat the fried chicken?
Air fryer. So once you've deep fried it, it does heat up really well in an air fryer. Or you can also just throw it in a toaster oven. So if you don't have an air fryer, toaster oven is perfect. I love a toaster oven. I think a lot of people sleep on how good toaster ovens can be. So if you don't have a lot of space, just use a toaster oven. All right, this lemon, is the biggest lemon on the planet, and it does not fit in my lemon squeezer. So I have to cut it again. Okay. So for this garlic yogurt sauce, it's 1 lemon. You're going to squeeze that directly into my container. Oh, there's so much juice. This is super simple. We have the lemon. It's going to be garlic, salt, black pepper, and that's it.
Is this just the garlic sauce?
Yes. So this is the garlic yogurt sauce, which is going to go with the pickled onions in the bowl of some kind.
No more natto.
No more natto. Dude, no more natto. I still have more in my freezer. I'm not eating natto today. There's no way. This is a juicy lemon. So Rachel does like hers to be more lemony. So again, if you make this and you taste it and you're like, you know what, I want more citrus, make more citrus. You're okay. Oh no, where's my garlic press? Aha. Dude, this kitchen's a mess.
Yeah.
I apologize. Is this what streamers feel like? I should ask Giri and ask her, like, is this how she feels when she streams at home? Because this is a lot. But also we've made 9 dishes. No, I guess 8 dishes because we technically are not making the onions.
And we
right?
didn't make sauce.
Yeah, it's fine. That was 1 pot. All right, garlic is in. Get rid of this guy. Off camera, so it doesn't look as bad. So this says about 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. So I like going heavier on the salt, so I'm going to go with the 2. And then about a ½ teaspoon of black pepper. So not too much black pepper in there. And then I'm just going to stir this, which Rachel said this container was going to be too small. And she's right.
He admitted it.
Hey, you know, you take your L's, you know. You just have to be very careful. And we're just going to stir this together. And that's literally the sauce.
Alex said, Chef, I know you said the cards are good for going to the market. I think these would be really good for meal planning too, because you put your meal group in your pocket and just take it to the market. So
on my second channel, Paul Kariakos, yes, that is my name, I did a meal prep video where it was $100 Walmart versus Whole Foods. And that's exactly what I did. I took 5 cards this time, and I took those to the store, and that was what I was making for meal prep. So you can absolutely just pick your cards, put them in your pocket, and take them with you. Highly recommend it. It prevent, you know, if you don't want to like look through a cookbook and say, okay, culinary artistry, right? I had mentioned one of my favorite books of all time. They have recipes in here. I could do a couple of things. Where's the here? Oh my God, where's the recipes at? All the way back here, right? So they have recipes that look like this. It's a very old book. Okay, I can do one of 2 things. I can write everything down and take the piece of paper with me, or I could snap a photo on my phone. Either one is easy, but I think we all use our phones so much, you would hate using your phone for that. So instead, throw these 3 in your pocket, just take them with you, you know, so that way you just have them at all times. Okay, I think this is good. I'm gonna taste this real quick. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm running out of room of where to put stuff. Oh God, this is gonna be so fun to clean. This is gonna be so fun to clean up, but you know, we do it for you guys.
We could do a live of help us clean up our kitchen.
Yeah, you guys want to watch us clean the kitchen? It's gonna be live for another 4 hours at that point. All right, so next up is going to be the spring roll bowl, which is the protein for this one. So that one, I think Rachel's made that one a couple of times. She really likes that one. And I do have some of it prepped out. And then this one, what's nice is that we picked, I think, chicken for this one, Rachel? For the spring roll bowl? Which is here. So, yeah, you can use pork, chicken, beef, venison, veal, honestly, use some elk. Doesn't matter. It just needs to be ground meat, and you're good to go. You can use sausage, probably. That would taste just as good. Oh, my nose. I apologize. Trying to beat the sneeze away. Ugh.
He's so icy.
Oh, Gandalf fell asleep on Rachel's seat. Yeah. All right, let's do this. One more recipe to put together, and then we're going to combine all of the combinations for some reason. You know, we do it for you guys and for my actual curiosity as to what these are going to taste like. Okay, so the spring roll bowl. Let's do this. I need 3 cups of shredded cabbage, which seems like a lot, but I think it's about a half a cabbage. I'm going to move this to the side. And then I'm going to cut half this cabbage. And our other cat's going crazy. He wants to play. All right. This cabbage, you could also use a mandolin if you want to, which is just a slicer to make it super thin. I'm just going to do this by hand and just slice this up because Rachel does this with just a knife. She doesn't trust the mandolin.
Mandolin's dangerous.
This is a very dense cabbage, my lord. Oh, who designed this cabbage? This is like the cabbage vendor from Avatar had genetically modified these cabbages to be used in trebuchets to attack the enemies with. Dear Lord. Okay, cabbage sliced, ready.
Give you 3 seconds. That would take me like at least an hour.
Done. Or if you want to make this and you want to be super cutty of corners, just buy shredded cabbage from the grocery store. You're literally not going to hurt my feelings. Rachel. All right, green onions, I'm going to cut the tops off. Dude, I'm still dreaming about that Korean fried chicken with the peanut sauce and the gochujang. It was so good. I also haven't eaten breakfast today. I had a protein shake, so I guess that's something. All right, slicing the onions. And then what else do we need? Oh, carrot. We need a half a cup of carrots, shredded. The cabbage vendor was a genius. Okay, that's done. Nice. 1 carrot. We're gonna just peel this back and give it a nice shred. The reason also why we decided to have Rachel test all of these cards is because she is the averagest cook. Averagest cook. So for me, to be able to prep this very quickly is disingenuous to most people. So that's why we had her do it. Because sometimes you'll come across a recipe that a chef makes and they don't really, a lot of the times, unfortunately, don't think about the end user. And that's fine if you're making something super fancy. I actually love my super fancy books. But this one is just to get you guys to cook. Make something you're excited about. All right, shred the carrot. Then I just need, carrots, ginger. I already have everything. Onion, what do I do with the onion? Small dice. And I think I just cook everything together. Oh, I should use my wok. No, the wok is super dirty.
You want me to wash it?
I just need to dump the oil out, but it's still hot. So I'll just use a different pan.
Hey, Naya?
Who is it?
Just say hey, Naya.
Oh, hi. Welcome in, everybody. For those of you who are just joining us, this is our 3rd combination of recipe cards. We've been cranking these for a couple of hours now to show you guys the versatility, the adventurousness, and the fun that you can have, honestly, with cooking with chaos. All right, Lucian's having a ball on his bag over there. We should have a cat cam.
We
Should have a cat cam. All right.
Lucian.
Now I just got to slice this guy up. And I think I'm pretty much ready to cook this. And then we could plate up the spring roll bowl, which I wonder how we would plate this one up, because it's meant to be eaten as a bowl, right? So I guess this is actually going to be really good too.
Somebody asked, would prepackaged broccoli slaw work for this?
Absolutely. Do it. We do cook this cabbage a little bit. So prepackaged broccoli slaw, you might be able to cook, but I'm not quite sure how that would come out, to be honest. But I would say try it. Or if you want it to be a little colder and more crunchy, you can absolutely make everything out, and then add it to the cold broccoli slaw. That would be really good too. Okay, almost done with these diced onions. And then I can just start sauteing everything up, which I'm going to have to maybe move the cutting board because this is where I need to put my pan. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to shift some stuff around because all of this basically gets cooked together. So it's very, very quick to make. We have our ginger and we have our soy sauce, which we're gonna press the ginger into the soy sauce. Oh, and my garlic. I have one thing of garlic. That's gonna get pressed in here. And then the ginger is a little bit big, so I'm going to cut this and pop that in there. Oh God, oh, so much ginger. I still really love the idea that we had no idea what these would come out to when we rolled for the combinations, and you guys saw it in real time. So can't say that I picked and chose. And on top of that, I didn't even pick the cards initially. These cards were from creator friends. They picked these combinations. Oh God, so juicy. All right, that's the last time I need the press. Now we have to clean up a little bit. I'm gonna take my 3 cards, I'm just gonna put them here on the computer. And then I'm gonna take this. Rachel, I'm gonna come next to you.
Okay, hold on 2 seconds.
Nope. Behind. Behind. Behind you. Okay. We're going to use this saute pan, and we're going to cook it in here. So I also need a little bit of oil according to the recipe. Well, where did I put my oil at? Oh, it's right there. Yep. Will there be a foil in the deck? Potentially. I'm not quite sure. It said 2 tablespoons of oil. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're not sure how we're going to treat the foiling system. It might not be for first edition, but if we can manage something, we'll do it. But the key is to be able to get this funded in the next couple of weeks so we can get these printed and shipped to you guys as soon as possible. Because almost all of the work is done. I'm finishing a couple more recipes today. We're going to get those made and sent off, and hopefully everything falls into place, but we can't guarantee anything yet. So our goal is to make sure that you guys have these as soon as possible. Welcome in, everybody, for those of you joining us. We've been live for a few hours now. We've made a combination. What was the first combination? It feels so long ago.
I don't remember.
The Salisbury steak with the miso cucumbers and the ginger scallion. Okay. We put that on toast with Kewpie. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And then we did the Korean fried chicken with the Mexican, I'm sorry, not the Mexican corn, the corn relish.
Yes.
With the peanut sauce and the gochujang, and that was transcending.
So good.
That one, yeah, you know, if I got married again, it would be to that sandwich. Yeah, you would do the same. I probably have stuff everywhere. Then now we're making the spring roll bowl with the pickled onions and the garlic yogurt sauce. All right, let's see how, oh, does this mouse even work now? Yes. Cool. I think we're hot enough. Oh God. This should be good to go. No, this needs, oh, I know. We're not going to be able to fit anything in there. We're going to take, this is very lean chicken. This is 98% lean chicken.
You can buy whatever leanness.
Yes, you can buy whatever ground meat you want for this recipe. But this needs to be super hot so it doesn't stick too badly. I think that should be good. This goes straight into here. We're going to start cooking this and brown it nicely. Okay, I think I got most of it. Woo! Oh yeah, more oil everywhere. Nope, we got the soy sauce, the ginger, the chili sauce. Okay, we're good to go. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. We're coming over here because this is This is a disaster. Just real quick. It won't be long, I promise. All I'm doing is browning some of this chicken a little bit. And then once it's browned, I'm going to deglaze it with my soy sauce. I'm sorry, no, that's not what it's supposed to do. I forgot. I haven't made this recipe in a while. Spatula, they're cooking they go along a pink. Oh, add the cabbage and carrots. Okay. And the garlic and ginger. Okay, okay, okay. We got it. We got it. This shouldn't take too long, like I said. I think, Rachel, how long do you spend making this one? Probably 25 to 30 minutes max?
Yeah, not that long.
And again, what's great is that in this case, we have the onions ready, and the garlic sauce makes 2 cups worth. So realistically, you could have the onions in the fridge and the garlic sauce in the fridge and just make this card and then put those together if you wanted to. All right, this is cooked enough. This is going to get everything else, and then I'll bring it back over here, potentially. But I need, oh, you know what? Now I'll use a bench scraper. We're going to do that. What makes you nervous?
This makes me nervous too.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be a bad thing. All right, onions, carrot, green onion. Oh, green onions are not supposed to go in right now. Green onions go in last. But regular onions, carrots go in.
Kay said it took Nev about 30 minutes.
Okay, that's good. You know, that's actually really solid. So with her being as young as she is and having her actually make this in about 30 minutes, that's pretty solid. That's what we want you guys to like get better at. You know, also it makes a pretty decent amount. So the big thing with this is that you can treat this as meal prep. I know someone mentioned earlier about meal prepping stuff. This makes quite a few portions, and I think this one in particular makes 6 portions per recipe card. So you can get 6 portions out of this, if not more or less, depending on how much you want to eat.
How long can you keep onions in the fridge for?
I've kept marinated onions in the fridge for like a month.
What about like regular diced onions?
Oh,
like a whole onion?
Regular like diced onions and stuff like that do go bad pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. They did mean the pickle on that.
They did mean pickle?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pickled onions will last a long time. All right, my chicken is cooked. All of that is cooked. Now we're gonna take the cabbage, massive handfuls of cabbage. I think I only needed 3 cups. This is more than 3 cups. So I'm not gonna put everything. Then the soy sauce with the ginger and the garlic. It's gonna help kind of steam it too. Now I put in my green onions. Now I can bring this back over to the stove. So much food in here. Okay. You're gonna get steamed a little bit from the sauces. I may have underestimated how much cabbage I put in here, but I also didn't put all the cabbage in. And you're supposed to use 3 cups. Okay, this is almost good. You basically just want to like wilt the cabbage a little bit so it stays a little crunchy. And then this would be super good. I think we've had it on rice before. We've had it as is, as a salad. We've had it as a side. Like I really enjoy this one anytime Rachel's made it. But I've never had it with the garlic yogurt sauce. I don't think I've had this with the garlic yogurt sauce.
But you can have it with
Ooh, the peanut sauce?
peanut sauce.
Yeah, the gochujang.
Yeah. Our sweet and sour sauce.
The sweet and sour sauce would go good on this. The teriyaki would be really nice on here. There's quite a few options for this one. I think this one's really versatile as a base.
Hi, Mom.
Hello. I don't know why I'm speaking like George. All right, this is pretty close to done. I think that looks really nice. You only want to cook it according to the recipe. Yeah, until the juices at the bottom are pretty much gone. So this is pretty close. And then this is an optional thing that we add a lot in for the cards, is you can add in extra stuff. So this one is, you can add in sambal or sriracha, and I'm adding sriracha. You can add either one. And this is to taste. So quite a few of the cards give you the option of making things to taste. So I'm going to put in a little bit of this sambal, give this a quick stir, and this is done as our last combination. All right, here we go.
It's a really fun idea. Like you could have like a dinner night.
Yeah.
And your friends can like go through the deck and pick whatever combinations like they want to bring, and then you could just have a battle, like who picked like the best combination.
That's fun too. It's almost like a potluck with your combination.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't even think of that one. See, she's done all of this. Oh, hold on. We got to stop the camera. Well, not technically stop it, but we got to do the thing and then move this down. Come on. There we go. Yes. All right. This is ready to go. Let's do a quick plate up of our final combination of the day. Well, actually not the final combination if we're going to combine the other combinations together and make more combinations based off of our combination. Okay, I just need to put this somewhere. Gonna get this really handy glove. Boom. This is it. Look at this is actually super healthy because this is also mostly vegetables, and on top of that, it's 98% ground or lean chicken. This is perfect meal prep for those of you who maybe you care about your calorie intake. Maybe you're in a season where you're gaining weight and you want some lean protein. This is it. This is really nice. There's almost no fat in here besides a little bit of the oil and some natural fats from the chicken itself. All right.
Will you have more mild alterations for spicy items for people who are super white and can't handle spice?
Yeah. So the spices that I'm actually just gonna grab a new cutting board. The spice options, most of them are up to you. So like when I added the sambal, you don't need to add sambal. You could just omit it if you really want to, if you don't like spice. I still would encourage you to eat the spicy things because spice is life. But if you don't want something super spicy, just don't put as much in there and you'll be okay. The only exceptions are like, even the corn relish we made today. That one had a single jalapeno in it. So with that, if you want to do like a half a jalapeno, you can. It's not going to alter the recipe significantly. And if that's how you want to eat it, just make it for you. You guys ready to plate up?
Janelle, hi.
Hi, Janelle.
What are we making?
Janelle, we are making the combination of I think you're over here on Instagram because you're always on it. Are you on Instagram? Okay. The spring roll bowl with the pickled onions, I'll have Rachel show you, and the garlic sauce. But Janelle, for those of you guys who don't know Janelle she's a wonderful food creator. Janelle Eats, and she does quite a lot with shorts. I think to do some fun stuff with shorts. But I think I showed her these cards a couple months ago. And Janelle, you just missed out on what was one of my favorite bites of all time. And it was the Korean fried chicken slider with the roasted corn relish, gochujang, and peanut sauce to die for. Actually, like, just so good. All right.
Austin.
Yes, we have another question from Austin. I can't see the chat. I don't know what happened in my chat.
Austin, I'm enjoying the cooking. I love the content. Can't wait for the release. Any plans for future videos, aka fairy tale, Toriko, etc.? Love you both. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, so actually I have quite a few videos coming in the next couple of weeks, but I'm trying to do, no promises. I actually don't know what happened to chat on here anyways. I'm actually trying to do a lot of Delicious in Dungeon coming up. So I know you guys have been asking for that. So Delicious in Dungeon is going to be a big one. I think that's going to be the fun ones of the next couple of weeks. But I also have one that I really love, which I'm not going to put it, I'll put it in this one so you guys can see it. I've been working on a video called The 100 Years of Anime, and it's taken me like 3 months to finish. So that's going to be pretty big. I like that one a lot. All right, guys. You ready? Let's do this. I'm going to take some of our spring roll bowl filling, pile it up. There's so much in here. You could definitely make this for meal prep. Then the dark horse of this thing, the dark horse, the garlic yogurt sauce. This one, we'll find out. What's up?
Cap Writer, I like the idea of rolling a d20 to help pick from 20 cards. Let fate choose dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do it. You do it with your family, do it with your SO, whoever you want. Just do a little, you know, dollop, because this is pretty thick. So if you wanted to thin it out, you could. But you know, we're gonna have it thick today. So that's
Lemon.
add more lemon if you want it more citrusy. If you want it thinner, you could add a touch of water, but then you do change the flavor. Then the pickled onions. This is the final card on this combination. And I've had these in my fridge for a month. I've used them on like 6 videos now.
Maybe we recommend like 2 weeks max.
It's fine. It's pickles. Do a little bit like that. Beautiful. You could also do as much as you want. I'm just making this look nice more than anything.
If we have to remove carbs because someone in the household has a peanut allergy,
Yes.
how is that going to restrict the options for combinations?
I think, excuse me. I think there's only one card with peanut.
There's another one with nuts too.
Oh, the pesto. Yeah, so you can just exclude, there's only a couple of them that have like a peanut or a nut allergy, and you can just exclude them. Alternatively, if there is a nut that you can have, you can substitute that one in too. So if for some reason you can't have peanuts, but you can have almonds, you could make the peanut sauce with almonds instead, like an almond butter, and it tastes really good too. The zesty pesto has pine nuts in it, and if you can't have those, maybe you can have walnuts, substitute that, or macadamia nuts, or anything like that, or cashew. Yes, so play around with it. You know, don't think you have to omit something when you could just substitute something else. All right, here we go. This is the last combination, and again, this one is the one that I'm most hesitant on how it'll taste. So we'll see. Cheers, everybody. This is spring roll bowl with the Greek yogurt sauce, or I'm sorry, the garlic yogurt sauce and pickled onions. It's like kind of like a hot salad. Cheers. I kind of like it, but not as much as the other combinations. Do you want to try?
Sure.
The yogurt isn't as transcending as the other stuff. It's actually pretty neutral, I think. Right?
Needs more sriracha.
It needs more sriracha. I think a little more heat, and it would actually be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, it's like, okay, cool, I can modify it, and I can add more sriracha, or I can add less yogurt sauce, or in a lot of ways, instead of the yogurt sauce, I can add the peanut sauce, because I think that would be really good. It's still actually not bad. Not as good as the Korean fried chicken, though.
Wolf says learning to cook has become much more fun when watching your videos.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's the whole goal. Have fun with it. We don't need to overthink this stuff. Okay. That was the third one. Now, what combinations should we make? We can do, we'll just do, okay. We'll do all the cards again, and we'll do one more roll, and we'll combine a set of 3 from the original 9 cards. You guys ready for that? Let me know in the chat. In the meantime, cookingwithchaos.gg. Cookingwithchaos.gg. Go pre-order right now. It helps a lot, and I know you guys are going to love this. All right. We're going to get the original 9 cards. Whew. Korean fried chicken, peanut sauce, corn, not the katsu, Salisbury steak, ginger scallion, miso cucumber, not quinoa salad. I think I'm missing. Oh, they're right here. Okay, these other 3 cards. Spring roll bowl, pickled onions, garlic sauce. These are the 9. The original, the Mighty 9. Oh, Vox Machina. Oh, it's such a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the new season started.
Oh, what?
Yeah, season 3, let's go! We're gonna watch it after this. The Mighty 9. Okay, sorry, I really like D&D and Vox Machina. Now, here's what we can do. We can do the same method as before, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then same thing on this side. And we can roll for a protein, a side, and a sauce. Jam them together and see what happens. You ready? From all 9 of these. Okay. You guys ready for this? Rachel, do you want to roll with me?
Sure.
Okay. Where's my... Where? Oh, here it is. Ladies first. So roll for the. Actually, you can just do all of them. Yeah. So roll for the proteins first. So 1, 2 is the Korean fried chicken. 3, 4 Salisbury steak. Spring roll bowl.
Spring roll bowl.
Okay, spring roll bowl. Now roll for the side.
Okay.
No,
5.
pickled onions again? No, mulligan.
Okay, mulligan.
Mulligan. 3. Okay, cucumber salad.
Okay.
Or miso cucumbers. Okay. We cheated on that. We wanted to mulligan. We got to try different things. Peanut sauce. Oh, that's the combo. That's the combo I thought would be good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here is our combo of combos for the final combo of the night thing. We've been watching a lot of Taskmaster, and I am not as good as the Taskmaster. All right. So the final combo is going to be spring roll bowl, the miso cucumbers, and the peanut sauce. So these are the 3 we're going to combine together to make our final ultimate combination of stuff. Let's do this. Let's get a different bowl. Let's do a little baby one. Here, we'll get this one. And then I need spring roll bowl. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of the spring roll bowl. This one's also gonna be interesting because this is a little warm, and then we're gonna add the cold miso cucumbers to this.
You can also have it on the side. It doesn't have to be like a bowl.
Right. So like Rachel was saying, you could have this all separated if you want. You don't have to combine them together. If you just want to have this on the side with some miso cucumbers, you could just split it half and half and have it that way. I still think this would be amazing on rice too. I think this would be really good. A lot of these dishes work really well with steamed rice, but we're also working on the rice bowl pack, which is going to have like a bunch of different types of rice. Okay.
Janelle, this is going to be so much fun to do with my siblings.
Yes. Make them pick cards and then you just cook with them, or you guys pick them together. Okay, I think we're going to do the peanut sauce. Remember, this is a little bit thick, so if you want it thinner, just a touch more water. But I wanted to use this as a spread. Oh, God. And maybe we should just throw a piece of chicken on here. Should we put
chicken in there?
Yeah, but we should put a piece of fried chicken too. Should we, chat, give me a W in chat if you want a piece of Korean fried chicken on top.
Nick,
Just as the coup de grace.
Nick, now you're on Instagram?
Everywhere. What was I doing? Oh, miso cucumbers.
Sorry. He's been on every single one.
Good. Let me know in chat. Do you guys want to see that? I think that'd be sweet. All right.
Yep.
So we're going to do miso cucumber. We're just going to combine all of the things. A little bit right on there. Now, we do what the people tell us.
Double sauce chicken on top.
Double sauce chicken? Yeah, with the oh, we got to add peanut on top of the. Wait, what?
Gochujang.
Yeah, no, we're going to dip this in gochujang. That was never going to not happen. But my gochujang's cold. So it's fine. It'll be okay. It's just oh god, this chicken's so good. Even it's like room temp now. I'm still all about it. I don't care. Oh, we have to adjust this now. Because now, bam. Now we have 4 cards.
No, 5.
5 cards?
Gochujang.
Oh, but that's not separated yet. That's going to be separated in the full release.
Oh, got it.
So now our meal looks like this. Double proteins, a sauce. Oh, double proteins, double sauces, and a single side. You can do this.
Full chaos.
All the chaos. That's what we're calling it. Oh no, it melted. The sugar got too hot. It's fine.
We'll just you not put that in there.
We'll just eat a little bit of plastic.
No.
It'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna pour this out of here though. And then just throw this container away.
So much for microplastics.
Yeah, well, it's already in us. All right. Chicken. Lusciously dipped in the gochujang. All over the place. Oh, yes. Let me just whisper to it. Oh, yeah. Do we put more peanut sauce on top? I put a lot of peanut sauce on the other stuff. Okay. This, ladies and gentlemen, is all the chaos. This is why I love cooking with chaos. This, to me, is the most like fun way to cook, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you're brand new to the channel and or you're late to the stream, head to cookingwithchaos.com. One more plug. .gg. I always mess up because they wouldn't sell me the .com. Head over there right now. You guys can get a limited edition wooden box. These are only for the pre-release. I'm going to close this up. You're going to get, oh, where's the D20 at? All the chaos includes the wooden box, the D20, all 60 cards from the original set, plus 4 expansion packs for future sets. So that means you're going to get additional packs sent to you every 3 to 4 months. It's like DLC. You know, it's like an expansion. Somebody mentioned it earlier. It's like a DLC pack of some kind. I forget what the term is. But this is everything you'll get in all the chaos, including 4 new packs. And for any pre-order at any tier, you're also going to get 3 free mystery cards from a future expansion, just so you can see what they're like. So that way, maybe you like them, maybe you don't. We just want to make sure you guys get something special. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. Let's dig into this monster. I'm running out of utensils. Oh my God, you guys should see this.
We'll show you after we.
Oh my God. Okay, first, how do I want to do this though? Because I want a bite of everything. I think I'm going to have to cut it. Okay. This is just going to be a little bit of a mess, but I'm going to cut. And then I'm going to make sure I get spring roll bowl, miso cucumber, sauces, chicken, chicken from the other chicken, double chicken.
Oh, the chicken.
Whew. Cheers. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Nope. Now that's amazing. With that extra sauce on there, just send it. Just send it. If you guys want to check it out, links are down below. Thank you so much for joining me. For everybody who's been here for the past 3 hours or so, we've cooked a lot of food. We didn't even make the things I wanted to make from this pack. All of these were picked by creator friends of mine. They picked the cards, and we totally randomized every single combination. You saw it here. We didn't pick or cherry pick anything. And I think that attests to me the strength of what we've made, because it's fun. Even the spring roll bowl, which Rachel and I said wasn't our favorite. Put a little bit of gochujang on there. Now it's my favorite, you know, so that's the fun part of it. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, tag me on Instagram or Twitter. If you have questions about the product itself, hello@cookingwithchaos.gg. We'll try to answer those questions for you. Shoot us an email. Love to hear from you. Look out for the creator program. We're inviting creators to get a pack, and you can make some of this stuff for your live stream or for your audience. That's hopefully going to be coming in the near future after release. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for letting me develop this for the past 3 years.
The
Rachel,
live stream will be available.
the live stream is available for replay here on YouTube. So if you want to catch that, you can kill 3 hours of your day while making your own food. Whew. Should we show them the mess? How do we do this?
I guess you can move that.
Oh, here. I can just do this. Hold on. You ready? This is going to be a jump scare. So this is going to be a jump scare. Let's see if this works. I just moved the top camera.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God, it looks even worse at an angle.
Here, wait, hold on. Here, should we?
Yeah, we can show, you just take it off the thing. This is all bad. Show Gandalf first so we don't jump scare them. Okay. Really appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go and cry as I clean everything. And thank you for pre-ordering Cooking with Chaos. I can't wait for you guys to have this. I truly can't. And I want to see what you guys make. So when you get this, just let me know. My name is CHEFPK, and remember, keep playing with your food and keep cooking with chaos. Look at that. I even combined my catchphrases. Bye, guys.